What's good, everybody? Sixth element of hip hop. This is Mutant Monday, part two, the second Mutant Monday that we've done. What's good? And that's the wrong background. We don't want that background. We want to get rid of that background. We want to throw up. Oh, that's a dope one. But no, let's go with the thumbnail. I love it because that way you know where you're at. You know, I clicked on this thumbnail, and yes, I'm still in the same world. Boom. Mutant Monday apocalypse. We got some dope apocalypse shit going on today. Yes, Corey Adger salute, Slade Wilson. Yes, sir. More like it, I tell you. But yeah, man, we had to get it together. We got a dope unboxing today. Stu got some shit. I got some shit. We're gonna show you some dope mutant stuff. First and foremost, though, I want to get something across. I want to do a big shout out, man. Hold on, let me get it up here. Let me get prep. Let me do this right. My man deserves the real. All right. Bow. All right, y'all. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about a little bit about Vintage Rush today because my homeboy just came through with the next installment in the dope X-Men series. But check him out, man, on Instagram at Vintage Rush or at rushxbeyond.com for the dopest full print, full shirt quality. I mean, man, look at this is my favorite one. The Bishop.
That joint is hard.
Is hard. And my man came through with the whole collection. You got the Gambit. You got the Storm. Let me show you the quality. And the quality of not only of the t-shirt, but of the print itself is amazing. You got Colossus. The Colossus, he did the metallic paint, so it's shiny with the it's amazing. But yeah, the puff paint, the quality of the print itself, these are not just cheap, screen print. This is not gonna fade off in the washing machine. This is really, this is better than most official shit right here. These are top quality. Wolverine is phenomenal. He even did the claws metallic just to show you that, on his custom stuff, he goes all in. The stuff he makes is incredible. Cable was the first. No. Bishop was the first. But Cable's my guy. So today I'm very, very, very excited. What came in the mail today, and I saved it for y'all. I held myself, but look at this beautiful, nice packaging. You know what I mean? This is how it comes. Really, really great quality. So you're dealing with, a nice professional. Oh, this is nice. So obviously, Vintage Rush logo sticker. That's dope. And man, this says uniquely printed shirt. The special process used to produce this mega print often creates variations within the print from one shirt to another. These dissimilarities guarantee the uniqueness of each t-shirt and do not affect the high quality of the garment. Vintage Rush. Without you, none of this is possible. And yeah, look at this, man. This is Stu.
That's dope.
Apocalypse.
I gotta get me one of those. Every time I go on, he's never got my size. He's always sold out. On my size.
Nah, just let me know, bro. Any size you need, he got it. He got you. It can always be done, but this is amazing. Like I said, man, the quality is top notch. He was using these one shirts that I love, and the quality is so great with the nice thick neck line and all that good thick cotton. But now he's got his own tags.
Oh, he got his own tag? Bro, that's even
Official tissue right there.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
even
dog.
better. That's even
Yeah, dog.
over.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, I couldn't be more satisfied, man. Vintage Rush. Don't sleep. Best comic, anime, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, any dope, like it's all there. Batman, he's
He
got
got
some amazing,
Street Fighter.
bro,
He got Dragon Ball. He got Street Fighter.
everything.
He got it all.
Everything.
He even got shorts now. He even got shorts now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep. They got shorts, they got hoodies, they got jackets, they got t-shirts, obviously, tank tops, long sleeve, you name it, man. It's top notch quality. But yeah, man, check him out. Vintage Rush, rushxbeyond.com. You know what I'm saying? The finest. We salute. And Sabanur. Martial Warpath. What's good, my man? Yeah, man. That is in Sabanur. That is yes, that is Apocalypse. That is the main guy. So but let's kick it off, man. Let's kick it off with the mutants. This is Mutant Monday. We have X-Men 97 knocking on our door. X-Men the animated series, possibly the greatest animated show of all times. Definitely the best comic book show of all time. It has a sequel, has a continuation show that's starting soon called X-Men 97, and it just got a record-breaking episode count on Disney Plus, which is always good. Disney has confirmed the upcoming animated series X-Men 97 will be the longest season of Marvel Studios television released on the streaming service, with 10 whopping 10 episodes. Remember, Marvel's always done like 4 or 6 or whatever bullshit. We get 10 episodes, which is a lot. That's a for animated, bruh.
Yeah. And depends on how long they are. If
Yeah.
they're more than 30 minutes long, because 10 episodes, 30 minutes. So is it like 45 to an hour? That's a lot.
That would be amazing. It is animated though, so I'm sure they're gonna be around 30 minutes, but it would be dope. I mean, what Invincible's an hour, right? 45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, so
45 minutes, about 40 minutes.
yeah.
But Disney hasn't given us anything we like, Rena, they don't give it to us for long. We get 30-minute episodes. Like, we love The Mandalorian, but they always give us 30-minute episodes. That stuff we don't like, they give us longer than that. Go figure that out.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. In a recent press release via the direct, Disney confirmed that X-Men 97 will have 10 episodes in its first season, with the initial 2 debuting together when the show premieres on March 20th, which I love when they do that. When they start a show off with 2, they give you 2 episodes, because it's like they're not giving you the whole season, because that can suck, because you can end up binging it and then just have nothing to watch for, so it is cool to have it spaced out, but I do love being able to binge the first 2 episodes, because the first episode always is the pilot, right? And it just gets you in there, Slade, I'm telling you, bro, you got to get one for everybody that is a big fan. But so yeah, I mean, this 10 episode count means that the animated sequel to this popular 90s series beats out WandaVision, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and both seasons of What If. Previously, each of those shows were tied for the longest Disney MCU show with 9 episodes. So it just beat all those with 10. And yeah. It's going to debut at a time of transition for the MCU too, because this is a time of transition. Make no mistake, this is the soft reset of the MCU that we're about to experience. With only one film, Deadpool and Wolverine, coming out this year, the MCU appears to be embracing the X-Men world more in 2024, after previously teasing the old Fox universe in projects like WandaVision and the Marvels. Kelsey Grammer popping up as Beast in the post-credit scene of the Marvels, and X-Men 97 will be the first mutant-centric story made by Disney's Marvel, made by Disney. X-Men 97 directly follows up the storyline from the original series. The showrunner, Bo DeMayo, recently confirmed once again that the new series will be a follow-up to the original show from the 90s. The story appears to be headed in an unexpected direction, with a twist at the end of the trailer revealing that Professor X left everything in his will to the currently villainous Magneto. Because remember, at this time, Magneto is purely a villain, and he's been a complex figure for years now. Both in and out the animated series and comics and movies. And I personally do not see Magneto as a villain in any way, shape, or form, because he's definitely not the Magneto that Stan Lee first gave us with the Evil Brotherhood and all that. He's definitely evolved into a complex, I'd say anti-hero, really. But
yeah, pretty much.
DeMayo teased the themes of the new series as well. He did, and what the X-Men will be going through, in the continuation of the story. He said X-Men spent years telling humanity to embrace the future, walk into the future together. What happens when they get hit with a future they didn't see coming, and what does it feel like to be on the other end when you feel like that future is leaving you behind? So doesn't really tell us shit, but it sounded cool. But
it does.
Yeah. No, but X-Men has some cool stuff going on at the moment. We've got Steve Foxe, the one of the guys doing the X-Men 97 show, and he did a little interview for the Mutant Monday on AIPT, talking X-Men 97, a couple of comics that are out right now. Dead X-Men. I think I've got. Where you at, Dead Man? Dead X-Men and X-Men Blood Hunt, Psylocke. So Blood Hunt is the hugest like Marvel crossover, I think, like ever, or something like that, or definitely in a long time. Very massive crossover. And it's vampire related. It's what's got going on. Yeah, it's called Blood Hunt. And there's an X-Men Blood Hunt Psylocke. So X-Men will do a comic and they'll call it X-Men this, and then they'll have one character be like, giant size X-Men Magneto or X-Men Immortal Nightcrawler or something like that. So this is X-Men Blood Hunt Psylocke. And you got Dead X-Men, obviously X-Men 97. But yes, we're officially in March. And that means the highly anticipated premiere of X-Men 97 this month on the 20th is fast approaching. But yeah, Disney Plus will not be the only place that you can find the beloved X-Men cast this month. Obviously, you've got 1 week after the new animated series debuts. You can go to the local comic shop of your choice and grab the official X-Men 97 prequel mini series that is dropping. And then to learn what you can expect from the 97 Prelude mini series, we've got a bit of a interview here with the writer of that series, Steve Foxe. And as Steve Foxe always seems to be juggling more than one X-Men project at a time, of course, we get to see him talk about X-Men, Dead X-Men, and X-Men Blood Hunt Psylocke. Yes. So he said, he said, but you are back here next week. Oh, she said, but this week we're traveling back to the 90s to visit Steve Foxe. What is your relationship with the X-Men, the animated series? So Steve said, I've spoken about it before, and I always worry people will think that I'm exaggerating for PR purposes, but X-Men the Animated Series genuinely changed my life path. Between the Toy Biz action figure line, finding Pride of the X-Men on VHS when I was about 4, and the cartoon every Saturday morning, I became hooked for life. There's no guarantee I'd even be into comics as a whole without the triple hit of X gene related excitement. I think a lot of people got into comics through the X-Men, you know.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah, and
100%.
certainly through the show. He said he said it's no secret I was a Cyclops kid. I have a tattoo of him. He said I made sure to write him in the first annual I did, in case I never got to do more. I always related to Scott being a little fussy and driven and by the books, more than Wolverine's rebellious charm. But yeah, he said I watched religiously, had every VHS, owned every toy. Looking back, I think it was so impactful, including the beloved Pizza Hut versions. And there's this cool little commercial. Check this out. Schwap, schwap. Right there across the bottom of the screen, my man. Wow. Check him out on Instagram. But that is the website down there at the bottom. But yeah, I love nostalgic shit. I never saw this.
Nah, me either.
I never got this. Damn, I would have definitely grabbed a couple of those. Man, I wish I would have seen that.
Are you serious, bro?
Bruh.
That had to be in like Wyoming somewhere. Man. I
Right?
ain't never seen that commercial.
Yeah, man. They didn't give us that shit. No, sir. Yeah, man. But yeah, we've got so like I was saying, the MCU is in the midst of a soft reboot, if you will. It's sort of just beginning with the end of the Kang dynasty. A few things to expect. Obviously Marvel's hit this, sort of rough patch, right? Not doing well. MCU fucked it. Ruined it for all of us. But yeah, there's been some good buzz lately with the obviously the Fantastic Four casting announcement. But the Marvels did poorly with critics and fans alike. Most crucially, Jonathan Majors created a veritable Kang catastrophe when he was accused of and subsequently found guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and guilty harassment, whatever. He got robbed. He got bamboozled. But Marvel immediately fired Majors right after the guilty verdict. But the loss of its big villain for the next phase of the MCU is definitely being felt over there. They're like, what are we gonna do now? They immediately jumped the gun, in my opinion, and now they're having to deal with it. But they want to please the Twitter mob. They couldn't care less about Marvel, but at least that's the public's perception. In a recent expose, the Hollywood Reporter revealed that Marvel had already begun the soft retool of the upcoming Marvel movie and TV shows. The Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania bombed, obviously, and there's obviously 3 big takeaways that from that reveal that you should expect from this sort of retool. Obviously, Kang has been conquered. There's no, according to the reporting done by Boris Crit in the Aaron Couch at THR, Major's conviction was either the straw that broke the camel's back, or maybe just the excuse that Marvel probably was looking for anyway. or needed to move on from Majors and Kang. Insiders told them that Marvel had already been working to sort of minimize the character after Quantum Mania bombed. Right? They were already backpedaling. Quantum Mania. They were like, "Oh
I think
shit!
it's the whole. I think it's the whole phase, Reno. I think it's really the whole phase because
Oh yeah,
they never did that before. When Jeremy Renner did what he did and got in trouble during that last phase, they didn't kick him out as being a Hawkeye. They swept it under. They act like they didn't even know what was going on. And he went to court and pled guilty to everything
right,
he did.
right,
He went and was like, "Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. It's cool." And they
yeah,
didn't do anything to him. It's just this phase is just so lackluster and so uninspiring. I think that they want to get out of it and try to backpedal and do something else, something that
mhm,
they know is going to work. It's
yeah,
just not working. Nobody's biting on it.
yeah. You're right. And if you watch Loki season 2, you'd certainly believe the insiders about what they're saying. And I mean, the second season of the show features two variants of Kang the Conqueror, but both end the season in a position where they never need to return to the MCU. Their story is capped off, right? It's completely done, satisfied. Additionally, the only like variant, He Who Remains, who that he really worked on like a critical level. In retrospect, it's possible that the writing of that character is what made is what made it such a hit in season one more than anything else. But I mean, he said? He said, "I wrote in the immediate aftermath of Major's dismissal from the MCU that the best course that Marvel can take is to move on from the character entirely and shift towards other storylines. Based on this reporting and the absence from Kang in the upcoming Marvel slate, it seems that's exactly what Marvel plans to do." And it seems now like Marvel is shelving the character entirely. They're not doing anything with Kang anymore. Uh, so who knows? But showrunners, may start running the show at Marvel. As reported in the THR article, Disney CEO Bob Iger said that some of our studios lost a little focus, and because Bob Iger's been, he's been not down with this shit. He's been like just gritting his teeth, letting them MCU it, and he just now he's basically saying, "I told you so." And this appears to be directly referencing the fact that Marvel just started pumping out TV shows and movies for Disney Plus in the years following the Avengers Endgame, and most of them left, something to be desired. Let's say they didn't all suck, but they definitely. I mean, Secret Invasion was ass. I mean, a lot,
Yeah, it
but
was.
according to insiders, the expensive failure was a major wake up call for Marvel, especially for the big wigs, the CEOs, the money guys. The people that don't really care about that MCU agenda, they're starting to feel it, and that's the guys you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with their pockets. So that's why Marvel is going to be is having this reboot right now. Basically, it's that shit just isn't landing with audiences, and now it's hitting the pockets, and that's where it's going to end. So and this isn't the first reporting kit that that kit has done of the behind the scenes shift Marvel has done regarding its TV shows, because back in October they reported that Marvel's desire to not to conform to the traditional TV making as has caused serious issues. You've got multiple projects that went on to produce middling results. Had show creators replaced partway through production, like Moon Knight and She-Hulk. They could have been straight, but now though, I think it seems like that Marvel plans to allow the show's creators to start to have more control, and
Mm,
sure those showrunners can execute their plans properly and not be sort of puppeteered by the people that probably shouldn't be involved. There may be some delays, to give creatives some time now to possibly to get things right finally. And speaking of delays, you should also expect plenty of delays coming, in the next few, because like I said, they're rebooting, they're retooling, they're softly redoing, and so it's going to be some work involved. They're going to be changing plans, you know, delaying stuff, changing stuff, giving new stuff. You've got there's a lot of speculation that Blade will be moved out of its November 2025 release window, again changed and likely moved out of 2025 entirely. And you know, that's obviously in no
Yeah.
small part due to Bob Iger's desire for the studio to focus on the shows and movies that it releases. Marvel has only one movie coming out this year, Deadpool and Wolverine. But they have 4 movies on the books for next year. Uh, given Disney no longer wants to flood audiences with content, Blade is seeming like, getting put on the back burner to allow those other 3 movies to breathe, which
we might not get Blade till 2030. The way it's going,
my
man. If we
yeah, I
get
mean,
Blade, if we get
if we
Blade,
get it,
man. If we get it. I
this
mean,
is
listen.
it's sort of
I really just, if they're gonna do this, then give us good content, like you were. Like I never, until they came out with Disney Plus. I'm gonna be honest with you, Rena. I never saw a Disney movie I didn't like. Like
right.
like they always were good movies. They were always of a good quality. And then Disney
Mhm.
Plus comes out. They give us these shows and they claim it's so they can give us more unique content, better content. Do things more on a steady basis. Because Disney
Right.
never gave us a lot at once. And now they give it to us, and now you're like, well, damn, what happened? Like you got a whole studio, you know how to make movies. What's going on? Why are we getting all this crap? Like, what's going on? Like when I saw Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, I was like, damn, that's a Disney movie? It was good. And I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it was a Disney. I couldn't believe it was a Disney film. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, blew me away. And now we getting, you got the MCU, which started out good. And it's not that it's bad, or like you said, superhero fatigue. We're just tired of bad movies. Like we're spending our money on this stuff. We want to be entertained.
Mhm.
We were being entertained, and then something happened, and then you stopped entertaining us, and then you put us on the agenda train. We don't want that. We just want to watch good movies. We want to escape the real world. We don't want to have nothing to do. When I sit down in the movie theater, I don't want to have no politics to do with the real world unless I'm watching a documentary in my movies. I just want to watch a good movie. I want to be
Right.
entertained. I want to escape reality for a little while, for about 2 hours, and then I want to come back.
Mhm. Exactly. Basically.
Yeah,
Uh yeah, I mean, it's a good but I think, a reboot, I think a reset is coming right on time. I mean,
I
uh
agree. I agree. I
it's
think
due
so
for
too.
some housekeeping, Marvel is due
It
to
is.
clean some shit.
And do you think they should recast everybody and bring back like Captain America, Iron Man, like bring everybody back but recast them and then just
No.
go in a different direction and tell different
Fuck no.
stories?
Hell no.
No.
No, no, don't recast those characters. If anything, if you're gonna recast anyone, recast Kang and recast Kang with a bunch of different actors. Every different Kang is a different actor. Do something crazy. Do some, I don't know. But no, you don't want to bring back those old characters with new cast. If anything, bringing those cast members back. But I mean, they already fucked it, man. There's nothing they could do with that. But they are moving forward with Fantastic Four, and we
Yeah, I saw
officially have the casting
that. Yeah,
confirmed,
people
reported.
upset about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
people,
nobody's happy.
people.
Nobody's
Yeah,
happy.
they
It's not.
tripping about that. They don't want
Yeah,
Pedro Pascal. They don't want this. Like, I think he'll be all right. I think Pedro will be all right. Really do.
I
I really think
I, I
he'll be all
think
right.
it's an opportunity. They're casting because Pedro's popular right now because he's part of Marvel and Disney and Star Wars. I mean, he's just part of their crew, and he's the it guy. It makes no sense. Reed Richards, really? Reed Richards? You know who Reed Richards is? Like what? It doesn't make any sense. You can't just. This is the problem with Marvel. They think they can just cast anyone for these characters. They think it doesn't matter who plays these characters. They really do believe that. They really believe that it doesn't matter who plays the characters in these comics, and that's silly. The characters in the comics are very distinct. They have a certain
Yeah,
look,
they are.
a certain personality, they got a certain
Yeah, they
style.
do certain feel. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just cast any fucking body in the role. I mean, next thing you know,
He's
it'll be,
definitely gonna have to get a mustache. He's definitely gotta get
they'll
more
have
than a mustache to play Reed Richards.
they'll have a 12-year-old girl playing Apocalypse. They don't care. They don't care. Um, they don't. But before Marvel casting announcement, the Oscar nominated Vanessa Kirby referred to the possibility of playing Susan Storm as an honor, and the 35-year-old English actress is best known for roles in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, Netflix's The Crown as Princess Margaret, and most recently Ridley Scott's Napoleon. Um, you might be aware of her, acting chops. I don't know, but February 2023 reports alleging Sue Storm may headline the Fantastic Four team raised questions about the MCU's adaptation of the classic character, as well as whether she and Reed Richards will be married with children or romantically involved at all, whether it will be the first family at all, or whether it's just going to be like Sue Storm is the leader of the team, and the three guys are just bumbling men, super nice, really MCU perfect. But yeah, after years of fan casting John Krasinski as Reed Richards, I mean, if fans have not fucking mapped it out for Marvel 100 times, I don't know. I mean, the amount of times that fans have laid it out for Marvel, here's what you do, and they don't do it, and fucking they're wrong every time. The fans are right every time. When are you gonna start listening? Doesn't Einstein say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result? Why do you expect different results? You're doing the same dumb shit. Try listening to the comic fans about the comic movies that you're making. If you're making a movie about cars, wouldn't you ask car experts? It's just silly, man. But they don't see it that way. Adam Driver was approached for the role, which would have made a Reed Richards. Ultimately, Pedro Pascal, a Star Wars actor, popular right now, very, 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 very well
Thank you.
regarded in the what'd you say?
No, I said no. My son came down. I got invaded.
Oh,
Invaded.
very, very
Invasion.
well regarded in the LGBT woke community. So he's a
That's right.
shoe in. He's a shoe in.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So you think it's mostly they're still on that political, that work world tip, but just trying to
Well,
be
acting is
more
movies
quiet about it. More quiet
casting is
about it.
very political.
We
You know?
know that for a fact.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah. Cast.
when Nicolas Cage, they said when he wanted to play Ghost Rider, they said he was such a d-hole about it that they had no choice but to cast him.
Mm.
Like they said like he did everything except for lose an appendage to get the role, and then he got the role and he ruined it, and it was the worst thing ever. Like it literally was the worst. And then they did a second movie. I don't know how, and that was even worse than the first one. Like
Yeah.
it just didn't make any sense. Like
That
but you're
goes
right,
back
casting
to
is.
thinking you can cast anyone for these characters. You cannot cast anyone for these characters. The person that plays the character is very fucking important to portray that character right. You got to have an actor that can pull that shit off. Anyone
Yeah,
can't just pull anything off, obviously, right? You wouldn't cast anyone for anything in any other realm. So why do you do it with comics? There's no other fucking realm where they do this kind of shit, where they ignore the experts, where they ignore the fans, where they make up shit. I mean, there's no other realm because they just think it's that it's I don't know, that it's just means nothing. You can just make up shit randomly. No, that's not how comics work. It's never been how they work.
Yeah,
So somebody lied
they
to you
did.
when they told you that's how it
Yeah,
was.
like they
And
said,
somebody,
Batista wants to play it. They said Batista wants to play a villain in a superhero movie, but he doesn't want to be a good guy. He wants to be a villain. And
yeah,
they said he's dying to play a villain
yeah.
in a movie, in a superhero movie. They won't say what. I don't think he specified what villain. He just said he wants to play in a superhero movie, and he wants to be the villain.
Who?
Batista.
Who? Dave Batista?
Yeah, he said he wants to be a villain. He said he wants to play in a
Dave
superhero
Batista.
movie. Yeah, he said he wants to be a villain and he wants to be in a superhero.
Wasn't he already in a bunch of shit?
Yeah, but he wants to be. He said he wants to be a villain this time. He just wants to be a villain. Because playing Drax isn't like the villain. Like it's not like
Well, he's
it's not
playing a
like being a
big
villain.
villain in Dune 1 and 2. He's playing a
Yeah.
real nasty motherfucker in that.
Yeah.
And he played a real
Did you
bad
watch?
villain in the show C as well. He played a really good villain in that. Did you see that?
He
The
was
one with
good. Which one?
Jason Momoa? No, it's a
I
show.
want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that. That's on Apple TV. Yeah, I
yeah,
gotta
bro.
spin that up. I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
bro.
heard that was really good. I heard that was real good.
That shit is
Everybody tell
amazing.
yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't heard
bro.
anybody say anything bad about that yet.
That show's
Because
amazing.
he did pretty good in that movie, the Shyamalan movie.
Mm. Oh,
That you know what I'm talking about, the
I do.
what's
I
the name of it? I can't I get it. It's on the tip of my
but
tongue.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, he did pretty good in that movie. I give him credit for that. That was pretty good. That wasn't bad. Yeah, that actually blew me away.
But yeah, we got the cast. Was saying for Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal, we know is Reed Richards. Vanessa, what her name? Vanessa Kirby. Sorry, Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm, and then we've got Johnny Storm is being played by Joseph Quinn. You have no idea who Joseph Quinn is, but if you watched Stranger Things, he was the guy with the long hair, and he was like the sort of rock and roll guy at in the very latest season. The guy with the Hellfire Club T-shirt and the jean jacket, and the crazy guy. I think his name was Eddie or something. Yeah, Eddie. Crazy Eddie. So yeah, he's the MCU's version of Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. An English actor, Joseph Quinn, is ironically taking over the role from two MCU actors and former Fox stars, Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan, following his portrayal of the lovable meathead Eddie Munson in Stranger Things season 4. Quinn's career has been on fire. Pun fully intended, as along the Fantastic Four, he's set to appear in A Quiet Place Day 1 and Gladiator 2. So he's definitely been like blowing up. He did Stranger Things, and they've been giving him all the best shit. Gladiator 2, you want that? Here you go. Fucking Quiet Place 2, here you go. Fantastic Four, sure. So they must have really loved him. And then you got Eben Moss Bacharach or Batrach. I don't know how you say his name. Playing Ben Grimm. He was in Punisher. He was the guy he was the man in the chair for Punisher.
he was. Yeah.
The guy in the chair. That guy.
What about Jake? What's his name? Gyllenhaal. How do you say that?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, is he supposed to be in it, right?
Mm-mm.
No?
Unfortunately, no. Wait. Well, I don't know. They haven't confirmed that part. There isn't a couple other characters. There's well, obviously what's his name is Ben Grimm. That's Ben Grimm. That's the thing. Eben Moss Bacharach is the thing. The guy in the chair for Punisher is going to be the thing. And like I said, you know him from Punisher, but also Andor. He was in Andor season 1. He was one of the rebels, one of the guys in the crew. The guy that Andor killed at the end. He was going to double cross the squad.
Remember that guy? Yeah. He shot. Yeah.
That guy. So he's going to play the thing. He's going to play Ben Grimm. And then
Ender was phenomenal, man. Damn,
Andor was crazy. Season 2 is gonna
damn,
be
that was good.
amazing. I can't wait. That's happening. But yeah, Herbie is a character, in addition to the 4 human characters in the MCU, or in the Fantastic Four, that a lot of people forgot about. He's from the comics. He's in their 60s. Because remember, this is taking place in like the 60s sort of era. But the loyal yet quirky robot Herbie, whose name stands for Humanoid Experimental Robot B-Type Integrated Electronics, made his first Marvel debut in a 1978 cartoon before being integrated into comics. And he was created by Reed Richards, and his presence, it's like a fun callback to Fantastic Four history, and complements the film's 1960s aesthetic, which is funny because he didn't come out until 78, but what are you gonna do? And then, like I said, in the comics, Herbie was built to find Galactus, who was like a sleeper agent for it, and even looked after Reed and Sue's children. And then just how the MCU intends to like utilize Herbie, I'm not sure because the kids aren't going to be there. It's not going to be that type of situation, but he'll have something to do with Galactus probably, because Galactus, while he's reportedly the main big bad for a Fantastic Four movie, they've yet to announce who's going to play Galactus. Although there is rumors, and I'm very excited if this rumor happens because I think it's fucking perfect. Javier Bardem. No Country for Old Men. I was trying to think of the movie. No Country for Old Men. He's in Dune.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. That would make sense.
Yeah, he could definitely do that shit. He's in Dune. He's in No Country for Old Men. He did some shit for Little Mermaid. But yeah, and then the classic, Doctor Doom, the classic villain of the Fantastic Four 2, is also expected to play a role in the film. And I hope this is correct, not the big bad of the film. Sort of maybe he'll be introduced in the film, and then we'll get to see Doom as an overarching big bad for like the whole phase. That would be nice to see Doom as the real big bad, like he is in Marvel all the time. That'd be
You've
fucking
been asking for Doom for a while, so
would make sense, right?
hopefully,
But then that's listening to the fans, see. But what are you gonna do? But Silver Surfer, obviously, where there's Galactus, there's Norrin Rad. First appearing in 1966, Fantastic Four. Silver Surfer is a humanoid, metallic-skinned alien who surfs faster than the speed of light, searching for planets for Galactus to consume. And with Marvel Studios introducing both Galactus and the Fantastic Four into the MCU, fans have assumed that Silver Surfer would play a part. Now we have gotten this information that and I don't know how real it is, but we really hope it's fake, or not fake, but we hope that they change their minds or something, because this was definitely dog. This is what they're talking about. They're really talking about it.
I know.
Somebody
somewhere thought that it was a good idea, and they're gonna push it and go with it. And the world's gonna blow up. That's what's gonna happen.
You want to do the soft reboot, and you want to fix the MCU. We'll start making the right choices and start, making the hard choices, man. You know what's right. You know what the fuck people want. You're trying to make a vocal minority.
I don't understand why they just don't give it.
And they don't care about
them. Why they just don't give it to us. Yeah, I just don't understand why we just can't have it. Like, just give us what we want. Like, how did Mark Rufio said in Avengers, when do I ever get what I want? So it's
yeah. And listen,
it's the same with us.
I'm under no illusions that these movies are made for our age bracket or our age group. They're certainly not, and nothing really is anymore. It's not made for us. This stuff is made for the younger audiences, and I get that. Like, I'm not gonna fight that, but I can still enjoy it. It can still be dope. It can still be something we can all enjoy. I think Deadpool and Wolverine is a great first step in that direction, but I hope that is a step that is taken. I hope it's not a step that is overlooked like Deadpool has been in the past so far. What I mean by that, is Deadpool proved that rated R comic movies not only sell, but are phenomenal and sell amazingly well. And everybody loves them and they work. And here's the thing, there's a reason, and it's because comics are rated R. All right. Comics generally are rated R. I mean, comics, they have violence, they have cussing, they have, severe, dude, it's, if you put the stuff that's in a comic book on the screen, it would be NC-17. It would be unrateable. But they want to make every comic movie PG. It doesn't make sense. These aren't cartoons you're adapting. They're comic books.
All right.
Dude, remember comic books were the thing that they put parental advisory on. They thought comics were poisoning the youth. That stuff. That's what you're adapting, and you want to make it PG-13?
Yeah, because they think that they want because they think parents are gonna bring their kids to see it, and then their kids, because when you got a kids movie and it's big, and that's what they're banking on. But they got to understand, a lot of the kids that grew up watching their movies grew up, they're adults now, and they want to see the adult version of that movie or something.
I mean, and I know they're not going to make the movie. They're not going to make the movie for adults. I don't expect that, because obviously, that's not how movies work. They've always been made for kids. Our favorite movies, Star Wars, all that shit was all made for kids. We love it. We were kids and we loved when we saw it, so shit is made for kids. So I get that. My thing is, there's also a market for R-rated comic shit for us, for Stu Dog and Reno and the people watching our show right now.
That's true.
That is true, man. And but yeah, according to the online scoopers and rumors, the Silver Surfer's role may be minor at best. So probably, who knows if it'll be a little female or whatever, who knows. But another classic Fantastic Four character, obviously Victor Von Doom, is many things, including a scientific genius with magical connections, the monarch of Latveria, Reed Richards' arch nemesis, and occasionally an anti-hero who wears a mask to hide his disfigured face. He's also been a god. He's, like the Silver Surfer, fans have been anticipating Doom's presence in this 2025 reboot, with Game Rant sharing 3 rumored contenders for the role, and that's Mads Mikkelsen, Ralph Fiennes, and Jason Clarke. I can see Ralph Fiennes. I can see Mads Mikkelsen like a motherfucker. Jason Clarke, no, I'm tired of him. Mads Mikkelsen is Mads Mikkelsen. That's my pick. That's my pick for Victor Vaughn.
I would say make it Wesley Snipes, but just don't take the mask
off. Make Doom Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, make Doom Wesley Snipes. Wesley would knock it out the park.
Wow. Well, fans have noted how, like, Fantastic Four's 1960s motif, the setting, it could allow for like certain characters like Peggy Carter, Howard Stark, Bucky Barnes, stuff like that. And since this is the multiverse saga, the MCU's established other timelines and universes, so it's possible that Fantastic Four doesn't take place within Earth 616 at all. And that's also a possible thing for the X-Men too. I mean, the whole thing about where the mutants been, maybe they're just not even in that universe, so that's the whole deal. It's simple. It's why they did the whole multiverse thing. But so, it could make for some unique cameos too. You've got obviously the Loki shows and the TVA, Doctor Strange variants of the MCU heroes that fans know. And since like this reboot has already, has the huge task of introducing 4 new but iconic characters, plus a robot, heralds, potentially Galactus and Doctor Doom, asking more cameos might be, I think, overkill. I don't want them to do too much bullshit and try to do, a bunch of crap. But Marvel fans, are likely to have a better idea of what Marvel Studios has planned once the game-changing Deadpool and Wolverine arrives and shows us what they're willing to do, how far they're willing to take it.
Pretty far. Pretty far.
I hope so. I hope they're willing to take it really, really far.
I hope so too.
Because Deadpool and Wolverine looks really good so far. I've got nothing but high hopes for it. The stuff that I would complain about is insignificant and just complaints. Nothing big. You've got great cameos, surprising cameos. Elektra, hinting at a central role for Jennifer Garner's character. You got, obviously, we saw Pyro in the trailer, Shatterstar, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I hope we get Juggernaut because that was just amazing. I was so blown away. I love that. I love that they did that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Shit like that they do. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit that Deadpool movies do that the MCU was afraid of. That hopefully the MCU will start to realize that it's okay to cuss and show blood. But according to this recent report, a confirmed Marvel cameo in Deadpool may be far more consequential than we expected, and maybe not just a cameo, but the movie is the first Deadpool movie in the MCU timeline, and it is incorporating a lot of characters and events from Fox's comic book movies. Most notably, obviously, Hugh Jackman, and then obviously, and then some. We saw Sabretooth, and but there's been a lot of rumors and leaks regarding these, and one cameo that has been long confirmed that we knew was coming might actually be a lot more important than we thought. And according to this recent report, this is confirmed, and so like Deadpool and Wolverine has these cast members, right? Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, Jackman is Wolverine, Morena Baccarin is Vanessa, and the movie is primed to conclude Fox's X-Men universe, which is presumed that Jackman's Wolverine would be the biggest player in the adventure that we assumed. But there's another classic Fox superhero actors that could be just as prominent. Obviously, we've got Elektra. And the U.S. copyright filing for Deadpool and Wolverine lists the movie's main cast and includes Jennifer Garner as Elektra, far higher than any would have expected. Garner's Elektra is definitely listed 4th on the list, only beneath Reynolds, Jackman, and Baccarin. So it's like Reynolds, Jackman, Baccarin, Garner. And Garner's listed as above Deadpool's presumed antagonist, played by Emma Corrin as well. So this sort of suggests that her role is not just a one-off scene, but a real integral to the plot role. Jennifer Garner's Elektra, first appeared in Fox's 2023 or 2003 shitstorm Daredevil before receiving her own spinoff with 2005's Elektra. And Garner's solo movie was the subject of a lot of derision, which torpedoed any hope for any further movie in the series. Despite Elektra's unfavorable reviews, Garner's performance was good. It was enjoyable. It was, well received, and deserved a better movie, and a better co-star. But, well, better for the role, I say.
Way back.
19 years later. Yeah, this will be seemingly will occur with Deadpool and Wolverine, which suggests that Garner's role will be greater than the other cameos that we know of from Fox's roster, which is weird, since he's not even a mutant or anything. But yeah, several returning characters from Fox's extended X-Men universe and cast, and Deadpool Wolverine will be like Deadpool and Vanessa, Negasonic Teenage, Warhead, Yukia, Colossus, Shatterstar are the notable ones reprising their role from Fox's Deadpool movie and Deadpool 2. Blind Owl, Dopinder are said to appear, though Cable will not feature in the movie, sadly.
What about
Yeah,
Domino? Domino?
Domino, no. And there is but it's the characters from Fox's older movies that are more exciting,
Oh,
like
that is exciting. Yeah.
yeah, like coming back from Logan. You've got co-stars from X2, X-Men United, and X-Men The Last Stand. Those movies have been confirmed. Aaron Stanford appearing as Pyro, we saw in the trailer. And then there's numerous other cameos. We saw the dude that played Sabretooth in there, and some of the footage, the leaked footage. So it's a lot of people. It's a lot of characters from that
I
will
just
be
saw you.
popping in.
I just saw a YouTube video where they show him fighting. They show Hugh Jackman fighting Sabretooth.
Yeah, cut his head
Yeah,
off.
yeah. I was like, yo, but I hope this movie. This movie seems like it's gonna be good. It's taking a long time to make, but it should
Hmm.
be. It should be the best Marvel movie we got in a long time.
Yeah. There's 10 things uh what they say that what is this site here? It says 10 most exciting things to expect from Deadpool and Wolverine. You've got Deadpool joins the MCU. That is an exciting thing. That's going to happen. Hugh Jackman's 10th Wolverine movie.
Wait a minute, it's been damn, probably
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
That don't even seem like it, bro.
Yep.
Could have swore he's on about 6. I could have swore it's like 6, something like that.
A
7, 10.
dime. He's been Wolverine
Yo,
a
whoa, go
dime.
back. Yo, go back. Wait a minute, go back up. Oh, never mind. They took it off. I thought I
Oh,
seen
that.
Wolverine and the brown. I thought I seen Wolverine in the brown and the orange. And
No,
it
this
came
the
to
one.
Earth. I was
I'm
getting
trying to
ready to
get this,
say,
this patch one.
oh, patch and fix it.
But yeah, what else? We've got Wolverine
Wolverine
versus
versus Joker.
Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. More R-rated Wolverine.
Already Wolverine. Yeah, we
Gotta
can
love
definitely
that.
use that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was great in Logan, and
we can go for that. Yeah, because Logan was good. I like
hell
watching it
yeah.
in black and white. I love watching it in black and white for some reason. I don't know why.
Every R-rated Marvel movie: Punisher, 1989; Blade,
Mm.
1998; Blade 2,
Okay.
2002; Blade Trinity, 2004; The Punisher, 2004; Punisher Warzone, 2008. You see the pattern? Deadpool 2016, Logan 2017, Deadpool 2 2018, Deadpool and Wolverine 2024, and Blade again in 2025, maybe.
Mm. Yeah,
Uh,
Blade's not gonna make that 2025 date.
maybe not. Yeah, probably not.
Now they
But
talking
yeah,
about the first Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren.
uh-huh.
I will punish you with
Yeah, he
palm
would
trees in New York
punish.
City.
I
Wow.
would punish you in Tampa with John Travolta. This is number 6 is probably one of my favorite things. Wolverine as Patch, hella cool. Um, Great character from the comics where Wolverine basically when he goes to like Madripoor, he like wants to disguise himself, much like Superman when he puts on glasses and completely transforms into Clark Kent. Wolverine puts on a patch and is completely unrecognizable as Wolverine immediately, and he's Patch now.
Yeah,
Um,
only we can recognize him as
yeah,
Wolverine.
only we know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nobody in the MC.
Number 5, Pyro and the X-Men.
Yo, bro, what is it about Pyro that everybody's just so? orgasmic about, man. They just ever
I'll
since they
tell you
saw him in that one joint, the X Men
because
movie, it was like horny.
well, no, I mean, well, oh, I thought you meant recently why they're tripping about him in this.
Recently, just period. Like when he was in that last X Men movie, that was pretty bad.
Recently because he's the only one we really got in the trailer.
Yeah,
I think I think it could have been anybody.
but
Whoever they would have shown, people would be like, "Oh, yo, it's what's his name?
it's Pyro.
It's fucking, whoever. I don't know, fucking
It's
Sabretooth.
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is Pyro. Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is Sabretooth.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes is Blob. We're good with that.
Wesley Snipes is Psylocke.
Yeah. Or
why not?
Wesley Snipes is Nightcrawler.
There you go. Jennifer Garner's Elektra, number 4. Yep, that's interesting. It's interesting. I won't say it's like exciting, but it's interesting. Farewell to Fox's superhero universe. That's exciting.
Definitely. That is very exciting.
Yeah, I'm happy for that. Kill that. This I'm very excited about. Very excited about.
Movie
New villain, Cassandra Nova. Fucking awesome character from the comics. Hell of a cool character.
I'm down with it,
bro. Let's see what they say about her. A bald figure is depicted. Blah blah blah. Depict Cassandra Nova, Charles Xavier's evil twin sister. A female villain is confirmed, but precisely who has not been announced. Blah blah blah. So it's his evil twin. They were in the womb together. She tried to kill him in the womb. He fucking killed her in the womb, and they thought she was dead. But her energy, her fucking light force, her fucking psychic power remained in the walls of the building and manifested a physical body over time and grew a fucking body, fully formed adult body. Cassandra Nova, hell of a cool character. God powerful. And then number 1, addressing the MCU timeline. What do they mean by this? Following Disney's announcement that Marvel will focus on a stronger franchises, Deadpool and Wolverine's universe melding premise has potential to be even more consequential as the MCU navigates its new direction. Several changes will inevitably have to be made, either rebooting previously concluded characters and narratives or introducing new ones into established Marvel franchises. With Deadpool's renaming itself Marvel Jesus, with Deadpool naming himself Marvel's Jesus in a time travel narrative, Deadpool could rewrite MCU history while concluding several narrative threads and Fox's X-Men universe. The likely drastic fallout from Deadpool Wolverine is perhaps the movie's most exciting aspect. Okay. So yeah. The fact that Marvel is the MCU is rebooting with this movie is definitely an exciting aspect of the film. Speaking of Wesley Snipes as Nightcrawler, bro. Show the class what you brought.
Bam. Just came in the mail. Didn't know it was going to come this fast. Blew me away. Look at the
you unboxed.
Yeah, you got all the ones. You got all these. Yes, sir. You got all these on the back here, don't you?
Man, I got all those on the back. I got all those in the wave before. No, you know what? Show it again. Some of these I'm not getting. Jean Grey I'm not getting because she looks exactly like the Jean Grey I already have. And Goblin Queen I'm not getting because I just really don't know much or care much about her. She doesn't look iconic enough. The Executioner dude, I did go ahead and get. Clearly, we've never heard of him. Obviously, I think he's a character from the show, maybe, that they're going to make up. I don't know, unless he's from the comics and I just don't know about him, but definitely looks unfamiliar. So I grabbed him because I'm sure he's going to turn out to be a really cool, iconic character that I'm going to be like, yeah, I want that figure.
Executioner looks dope, right?
Yeah, he looks dope.
He looks hella dope.
He looks hella dope.
We crack him over here. We don't, I'm not one of those people that care about packaging. Some people.
No, you're gonna. Oh God, you just tear the package like that.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about.
We're not gonna do that over here.
Yeah, I'm never. Yeah, I know you
Wow.
might be. Look at that. Like, look at that. That's how I get down. That's how I get down.
Nightcrawler. Look at that. Look at that. See,
Look at that.
mine. They haven't. They've only just charged my card today. I don't know why they already shipped yours, man. That's awesome.
Bro,
Dueling heads.
right before we started the show, it was on my. I got the message from Alexa. I was on the porch. I went up there, got it. I was like, oh man, I didn't know what it was.
What did he come with?
And now you see, he comes with two heads. One's just a blank expression, and the other's a frown, like a frowning. Let me tell you that. Like a frowning expression. So there you go.
Look at that emo hair.
Yeah.
That is a nice sculpt.
Yeah.
There's the animated
Yeah.
series.
But check it though. When you look at it, right? It's almost the same as this one. See, they're not to me.
The heads are pretty damn similar, man. One has like teeth showing and one doesn't.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that's literally the only difference. One has teeth showing and one doesn't. They're not smiling or frowning. It's just the same fucking face. That is really just wow. Thank you, Marvel, for that.
Yeah, thank you for that. You could have gave me a sword because Kurt Wagner does carry a sword.
Yeah. What? He doesn't have a sword?
Yeah. Nah, bro. It's two hands that are fist.
Oh, hell no.
Two fists and a head. That's it. But
that is just sad.
Listen, I like the way the character's sculpted. I mean,
yeah.
I'm probably gonna pose him standing almost just like this. I'll probably put him like, maybe standing to the side.
Have him crouch down like.
Yeah, I might do that. But for the most part, sculpt wise, like articulation wise, he's not bad, bro. Like, around for you. Yeah, he's not bad. He's actually decent.
What's up with your Wi-Fi? With your internet, man? I wish we could see that clearly. It's all blurry.
I don't, bro. I don't know. I've been trying to ever since that thing with the last week or the week before with the cell phones and the internet. I'm just feel wonky ever since, bro. I called the cable company. They sent somebody out. I don't know what it is, bro. It's just. I'll see if I can back it up a little bit. Is that better or no?
That is a little better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But there he is, man. That is a cool sculpt, a cool design. I can't wait to get mine. The tail is cool.
The tail is cool because I can actually have the tail up.
Right.
And it's just like, I can put it on the rack. That's cool. I like the way he did that. I mean, this part doesn't really, you can't shave it, but I like the fact that you can move it. So that gives it, so like I can put his hand over it like that and do a pose maybe.
Yeah, he definitely looks different than the Nightcrawler I already have. So that's cool.
Let's see the one you got.
He's stuck on the shelf. I got him sort of glued to the.
Oh, you got him. All right.
Taped. Yeah, his feet are stuck to because he's hanging upside down on the shelf.
Oh, he in action pose. Okay.
I got him. I got him set up, bro. It's cool. Yeah. But that's hot, man. I can't wait till mine pulls up. That's the only one you got so far?
That's all I got. And I ordered this like a couple weeks ago. I didn't think it was gonna come.
You didn't order the other characters? None of the other ones?
I got who else did I get? Magneto.
Yeah, that Magneto with the big M. That's dope.
I think I ordered. I'd have to go on my Amazon. I know I got Magneto because I wanted that Magneto with the big M. I thought that was.
Yeah, I had to get that. I had to get the Cyclops and the Wolverine.
I got a Cyclops. I ain't getting no more Cyclops.
Wait, no, the Wolverine I like. Yeah, they already had. So the new ones, they got Cyclops. I got that. Well, you on the ones on the back of your box.
I want a 97 Cyclops, but the one I have is the one with the Cyclops with the new uniform. I got that one, and I really like that one.
Yeah, that's dope.
So
I got that one and the old one too. I got the one where he's got the whole mask, over his head, and then I got the one where his hair is out.
I might fall for one of those. I'm not gonna lie. The one with his hair is out, I might fall for that. And then I got Bishop.
I agree.
I hate what he said. I hate they made a 616.
Hate they made the MCU is supposed to be 616. I never saw it as 616. It's not the 616. It's clearly not. It's clearly not. It's a whole different fucking thing. But we'll, that's a whole. But yeah, it's clearly not 616 from the comics. I mean, so I don't know why they call it that. You're right, Slim Jim Longfoot. They should have called it 619 or the 504 or something. But yeah, from the old animated series, from the OG animated series, this cool VHS style box. I love that they put it in.
That's dope.
This is Mr. Sinister.
Now, you just got that today?
Yeah, this just came in the mail today.
So you might as well just rip that open. Don't even worry about the box.
No.
Just tear that open. Just tear through that.
No.
Just tear right through it. Do what you gotta do, sir.
No,
you sure
sir.
now?
No,
Y'all
sir.
rip that all up. It'd been pieces of that everywhere in my house.
Look at that.
Yes,
Look at
sir.
that. The VHS case, man. That's beautiful. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna display that, man. That's awesome.
I like that, but that would have been all over my house. It'd been pieces of that everywhere. Like,
you don't even be taking your stuff out of the box. You don't even be taking your figures out the box mostly.
Yes, I do. Unless it's one that I really, really like, it's hard for me to take out the box because I just like it too much. But I do take them all out.
Wow, look at that. He's bigger than that. Is so much bigger than I thought. Oh, and there's layers. There's 2 layers. There's 2 fucking layers. There's 2 fucking layers.
Now I ain't gonna lie, I am more careful with the GI. When I take the Joes out the box, I am careful with those. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. Damn, look at that.
Wow. That is peak. That is fucking peak. Y'all can't see the detail in the face. Oh my god, he is dope. Dog.
Yeah, that is dope.
I wish you could see the detail. This is not the best. Oh. Did it focus? Yeah, look at that. Oh, focus.
Let it go. See what happens.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful 4K photo. Come on, focus now. Focus. One more time for the people. Come on.
That's dope, bro. That is dope. Mr. Sinister's.
Ooh, look at that, y'all.
Yo, that is dope. Yeah, it's focused now.
So hype. That is so hype. That's hot. That's hot. Yeah, man. I'm very happy with this. Very happy with this this figure, man. Quality is amazing. Really, 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 really well put together. Very, heavy and I love that there's 2 layers of the and it's actually 2-tone. So that sort of gives it some, some what do you call it? Volume and shit. Yeah, one's longer than the other, so it's really good. He's got like a red belt, his red belt, and his red arm braces, arm bands, his red diamond on his chest, and then on his forehead. Got the swivels at the hip. It's got the elbow articulation. Head goes left and right. Doesn't really go up and down much. Can't look up and down really at all. Like that much.
That's dope, bro.
But he's got the dope collar and shit. The collar's really cool. I like the rubbery material. He's got the shoulder pads. He's got the thigh armor. Little boots are pretty dope. Yeah, man. That's going on the shelf next to the squad.
Yeah, that's gotta go. Yeah.
I'm super happy with this.
Phoenix. Yeah, that's dope.
Dark Phoenix.
Dope.
Fucking
yeah,
dope.
you might as well rip that in half like I did Nightcrawler. Just go ahead and discard that package, sir. Go ahead and knock that package off.
Sir.
Do like we do in this house. Just rip it open.
No, sir. That's not how we get down over here.
So you're gonna be a while trying to get that out. You're gonna be like 2
No,
years.
no, I'm gonna
Yeah,
show you,
yeah,
show
it's
you, I'm
gonna
gonna
be
show you a
time.
trick.
Blade's gonna graduate from high school by the time you get that out, my man.
He already
So
been graduated.
you see what I mean? That's how long it's
Yeah,
taking you to get it out, and it
yeah,
still ain't
yeah.
out. Yeah,
Dang.
see that? I was right. I was right. Yeah, Blade's done, and that's still in the package. Damn. Whew. That's
Gotta be careful, man.
okay.
Ah, shit.
Would you?
Paper cut.
Yeah. See, that's why I did
You
how I
gotta take
did.
the razor.
That's why I did it how I did it.
I employ the razor.
For the laser.
I employ the razor blade.
All right, do what you got to do. I got a spot for my nightcrawler too. I got a spot
Because these
for
card backs are not, these card backs are beautiful.
I like the
Card
art
backs
on them. I'm
are
not gonna lie.
Wow, gorgeous. Yeah, really, really nice. And there's the back.
I mean, it's dope, but I just can't. I don't know why I can't do it, man. I just got it.
I got this one on deck or on the way. This Wolverine right there. He's on the way. Yeah, I want to get the spiral. But yeah, it's Dark Phoenix. What does it say? Overwhelmed by the power of the cosmic Phoenix entity, Jean Grey gives in to the being's destructive tendencies and becomes
the Phoenix.
The Dark Phoenix. Yeah, she's sick. Really diamond select hair paint apps. If you know what I mean. If you're into toys, you know what I mean. Very detailed. It's got like a dark wash on it, which is really cool. Check her out.
Yeah, I like the hair. I like the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt is dope.
Yeah, if it'll focus.
Detail in there.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I like the head sculpt. That's dope. Yeah, I like that. That's paying attention to detail. I like that.
Focus, bitch. There it is. The hair is the details.
The hair is detail. Yeah, that's crazy.
And she comes with hands that I'm gonna put on real quick. These hands look way cooler for the Dark Phoenix. She don't need fists because she don't punch. She don't have to punch anything. So she's just gonna have hands out like that. Because I'm the Dark Phoenix, bitch. Yeah. And then she comes with the actual flaming phoenix. Which I guess will go on her wrist like so. Like a pet. Yeah, dude. Hot. Yeah. Yeah, she's dope.
That's hot right there. That's hot. That is so. Yeah, that's hot. I like that.
Couple of villains for the Mutant Monday.
Dope. Did Mr. Sinister come with any extra like hands or anything?
Not a damn thing.
Stop, bro.
Didn't come with anything. And I thought, he would come with some, maybe, I don't know, some laboratory equipment or something. I don't know. But honestly, though, I'm not mad. He's just dope enough that he doesn't need anything at all. And the packaging is super dope. Packaging is super dope. It looks like an old school VHS box tape. Obviously it's a little wider. I think they could have gotten away with the actual size being VHS thick if they really. Nah, they would have had to. Nah, he wouldn't. He would have been very unsafe. But yeah, really cool. Reminds you of the old VHS cassette that you kids don't even know what I'm talking about. This is really got the sleeve. Very cool. It says the twisted geneticist Mr. Sinister seeks to create the perfect mutant life form. He's chosen test subjects Jean Grey and Cyclops. Cool shit. Now we saw the toys. We saw the clothes. Shout out to Vintage Rush. This is fucking amazing. God, I love it. I love it.
I got to get my hands on
Oh my god. You got to get one, guys. You have to get one. The sort of metallic paint for the techno organic virus sort of silver is just amazing. And the version, the art style from that, oh man. That is just a badass version right there. Incredible. And then ooh, boy. Wow. Ultimate Spider-Man 2. Ultimate Spider-Man, by the way, has been stunning. What's good, BDBGP? Salute, salute, salute. Falling through. Appreciate you.
Ultimate Spider-Man is that book right now. That's the best book in America right now.
It's hot.
Let's just keep that real. It is a
It's
hot
pretty good.
book.
It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. Jonathan Hickman, y'all already know that's my favorite. Jonathan Hickman is doing the Ultimate Spider-Man. He's doing some cool shit with the Ultimate Universe that he's created. And in this universe, the maker has gone back and sort of changed some things back in time to make things differently so he controls shit. One thing he did was make Peter Parker not get bit by the spider as a teenager. And so here he is as a grown man, a reporter, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but somebody gives him a spider and has it bite him, and he becomes Spider-Man at the age of this guy instead of teenager. So it's a really cool story. Stu.
That right there will have damn. I got that same cover.
I love it. Duke 3.
Still.
Duke is phenomenal. This is a really, 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 really good story. Look at that one. Cobra Commander coming up out the swamp.
That's hella dope.
What else? What else came in? Transformers number 3, my main man, Soundwave.
I gotta get that cover. I don't know what cover I got for Transformers number 3.
Damn, that's hard.
I have to check.
Let's see if I can get a better focus shot of that. Why the fuck it won't focus on what I want it to focus on? But here's Rise of the Powers of X 2. So House of X, Powers of X has come to a close. We've got Fall of the House of X and Rise of the Powers of 10. Cable number 2. I am loving the new Cable. Hated the young Cable. I don't know why they tried that bullshit, but old geezer bastard Cable is back. Better than ever.
Can't help. You can't hurt him for trying, man. You gotta give him something for trying, bro.
No, I don't. No. You don't do that to Cable, sir. You don't do that to Cable. Wait, these are not new. And these are new to you guys, but all right. But yeah. Check this out though.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What up, raw dog?
Yeah.
Raw talk. That's that John Jang Serpento I need.
Yeah, man. Oh, you did the move on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks tough. For real.
Chris Shaherless.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
But yeah, I was just showing. Did you see the shirt, the Apocalypse?
Yeah, I've been watching for a minute. You know, sometimes I like to be in the cut.
Yeah.
You know, and then trying to recuperate from all craziness over the weekend. Good craziness, but craziness nonetheless.
Okay.
You know, with my sons, we're having tournaments with what's that game? Not Mortal Kombat. The other one is
Helldivers 2?
No. This is on
what? How you go from Mortal Kombat to Helldivers 2?
Nah, it was shoot, what was it called?
Like Tekken?
Nah, it's the other one with the with Voldo and all those.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, yeah, the last one they made.
Oh, yeah, doing.
Yo, it's dope, man. But my sons, they just at first I was killing them because you know how you grow up playing this Soul Calibur through the years.
I get on Maxi and it's over.
Yes, I was getting busy, and then all of a sudden,
I'm unstoppable with Cervantes.
Yeah, I'm with Mixi
Mm-hmm.
And then these little jokers, they I guess they baited me in because then they turned on the switch, that super millennial Gen Z switch. And started busting my ass. I was
don't let them get you on that what's it called? Smash Bros.
Oh, that's my little one. He's the master. I already conceded to his supremacy in that game.
My boy. Well, my boys are older and they play Smash and they on that hard. They've been playing since they was little. But they love Smash.
Nice. Blaze is talking about
my sons are,
to do competitive
go Evo. Go ahead. Go to Evo. Go to Evo. Listen, let me tell you something. As many times I've been to Evo, you go out there and you go for Pokemon or you go for Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
it's a cult following, bro. You wouldn't believe how many people out there for that.
Yeah,
it would blow your mind just to see the stadium filled with that many people.
I already know my sons are poised for that type of stuff. I know they're gonna hit me in the hand, be like, "Yo, we gotta take a trip. We gotta compete." I'm like, "What? All right, it's a different time. Let's go. Let's do it."
Right,
on some wizard shit. Fred Savage.
Yeah, man. Why not? Man? Why not? We all live once. They live once. And let them enjoy their life the way they see that what they want to enjoy out of it. And this is their time. This is we're in the mix of their flavor now. So yeah, I enjoy watching them guys. They're wild, man. Yeah, and it give me flashbacks of me and my brother, and I'm like,
right,
yo, this, these jokers, right here.
See, when I play with my boys are good.
Yeah,
because I taught them how to play because I'm good. So it's like a real straight up hardcore like fight up in this piece, bro. They get it in, bro.
My son was
It's brutal
2
in
years
my house.
old.
It's real brutal in my house.
My son was 2 years old. I sat him on the couch and I put the Xbox controller in his hand and I showed him how to play Cars. You know that Lightning McQueen and shit.
Yeah, I had that. Yep.
Real for little kids, and all they had to do is just like drive around the little track.
Yep.
And I put it in his hand. And I taught him how to play that. He was 2 years old, and he's been playing ever since.
Yeah,
He's nice with it. He's nice with it. I took him to a convention. We were at a comic convention, and he walked up to the Mortal Kombat booth. The guys that set up the booth were sitting there just. People would come up and they just whoop their ass, and next person come up and they just whoop their ass. My son came up there, whooped all of their asses. They were sending new guys up, and he's just whooping them one at a time, bro. The pro dudes, and that's why I was like, "Yo, he's fucking prodigy or some shit, bro. Like he needs
dialed in.
Word, where's
and everything?
There's money to be made here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, whenever they have Valorant tournament going down, I'm gonna put my son in it. I'm gonna do that for his birthday or whatever.
Oh yeah,
they have stuff like that over the summer, so I'll see what's up. Because he's mad dangerous. It's just the only danger to me is my pockets, because getting all those skins, weapons.
Yeah, get me.
I hope
I spent out of all his gaming so far probably close to a good 10K.
Oh yeah. What? Easy. I
want that cabinet, man.
Bro, this cabinet is insane.
I ain't got room for another cabinet. I don't have room for. I got
that's
one, two. I got three. I got three already. I don't have room.
Bro, I would trade any one of your cabinets for this cabinet.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about trading one. I'm thinking about getting rid of one just to get the X-Men.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom on that bitch, dog.
It's got all of them on there. It's got all the Marvel versus Capcom. It's got Marvel. It's got Marvel versus.
It got Mutant Apocalypse. It got Children of the Atom.
Want that?
Yeah. Marvel Superheroes, War of Gems, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, then Marvel vs. Capcom Class Superheroes, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Because Marvel vs. Capcom is born out of X-Men, the Mutant Apocalypse, and shit. And then when they fought X-Men vs. Street Fighter, then from there it became X-Men or Marvel vs. Capcom. They went nuts.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite fighting games.
Yeah, we get busy on the Dreamcast with that, man.
And bro, why they only want like $500 for that bitch?
I was figuring that would be like a solid 5 word.
It's not bad. Look how big it is too. It's pretty decent size. It's not like a little mini one either. It's a decent size. You see the silhouette of the guy right there. I mean, it's not a full size big ass arcade cabinet, but it's a nice small one. It would fit fucking nicely in here, bro.
You do know there's dudes that do the custom cabinets for you to raise it up to the level you want. Yeah. Everything. Even with the wrap, the image wrap, all you have to do is get the image wrap you want. You can custom your own.
Oh yeah. Whatever screen you want, how big you want it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, but this is a nice little $500 right here, man. I might go ahead and cop this, man. I might pull the trigger on this, dude. It's just hard. Y'all might see that bitch right behind me in a minute.
Yo, crack a G note, get 2, sit on 1 for at least 4 months, and then pop that off for $1,500 and get your money back and chill. At the end of the day, because that's why those things be moving like that, man. Especially like the X-Men titles and the Marvel titles and the Street Fighter titles. Yeah, they definitely gonna move.
That shit says 61.5 inches tall, 23.5 inches deep, 19.6 inches wide. It comes with a 17-inch BOE color monitor and light up marquee and side panel. That's a pretty small. 17 inches, pretty small. 3D faux coin doors. All these are not functional. But it's 8 arcade games. That's pretty cool. Obviously, the whole arcade setup, the controller setup is cool. It does seem pretty fucking small. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
17-inch screen? That's like this big.
Yeah, that's just like the monitor I'm watching now on the Apple laptop.
Well, I guess it's a little bigger. Yeah, it's a little bigger. It's like that big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still though, gee, that's not. I can't. I'm trying to. Nah. I guess for 500, that's about what it's worth. You know.
Yeah.
If that shit was like 350, I'd jump on it.
Oh hell yeah! But then like I was saying, you just find a way to upgrade that joint. Be like, yo, custom cabinets made. Yo, give me a custom cabinet, man. I'll get me a new monitor and everything. That joint will look just like the arcade back in the day.
Facts.
Word up. But that'll be the only one I buy because I can't. You can't be doing all that, filling up your basement with all custom cabinets.
Word.
I know a couple guys. I know a couple guys personally that did it. It's a guy I work with. He got like maybe like 7 to 8 of them. Got like a whole arcade in his basement. But if you go on YouTube, I've seen people that bought every one they ever made, and they made like whole arcades. Like they look like whole 80s style arcades in their basements and bedrooms and playrooms or whatever they got. I've seen some phenomenal stuff, but I don't have that much room. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can't. I can't dedicate one whole room.
That's a whole basement for that.
Yeah,
I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. It's like it's crazy, bro. And I wish I could send you the link right now. I'll send you the link. We can look at it right now.
Did you see the one I sent you?
Which one?
Did you see the room I sent you with the GI with the He-Man and the Star Trek?
Yo, bro.
I know you would. I know that was your shit.
Yeah,
I was geeking out. I geeked out over that. Star Trek stuff. I was like, yo, look at this.
Bro, he had every and all the He-Man shit, dog. He had all the classic shit, all the gray skulls and all that. That shit was crazy.
It's got to be something said for somebody that, and I can only take my hat off to those people that are that dedicated to it, where they set up whole rooms and they do it meticulously too. Like they have them so neatly spread out that you know what they got. Like you can go up and down and really, really look at it,
right,
and appreciate it. Like they have it up like you can, so you can appreciate it.
It'd be like everything in glass case.
Yes,
bro.
Yes, it's up for appreciation. They want you to see it to appreciate it. Like that's
you got shit.
That's
framed,
how meticulous. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
stuff like that blows me
away. You
got
got figures in frames, in picture frames, action figures in picture frames.
Oh yeah.
That blows me away. Yeah, that blows me away, bro.
My fam, he got that going down. You know, he got the full collection of G.I. Joe. I think he said he got a few more international pieces to get, and I was like, he does the old ones, and I'm like, yo, I went up into his attic. I'm like, yo, he got a whole room just a G.I. Joe and Transformer room. Then the other side of the room is all the Star Wars, He-Man, A-Team, toys, all sorts.
That's the room I just showed Stu. It's like all the 80s shit. It was all the 80s shit, but early 80s shit, like. Yeah.
So it's
you gotta.
But yeah, you gotta
take your hat off. You gotta appreciate that. You gotta take your hat off. Appreciate that, because they put a lot of time and effort into that, man.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
I can only congratulate, dude. I like when they be throwing shit up on Instagram and that shit is like amazing. And it'd be like a whole room and shit, a crazy basement. And you know, this motherfucker has spent tens of thousands on this, dog. He's had actual renovations, shit, shelves and shit built. I mean, and all you can do is just be like, man, congratulations, you fucking made it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my end goal. I'm trying to get something where I have a in-law house or a suite, either one, outside of the house or inside of the house. That way I can have that full spectrum. I'll tear down the walls and just have built-ins and everything, automatic sliding doors, all that crazy shit.
Yeah. Because I saw a guy one time. he was so dedicated to Star Wars. He had part of his house. Well, he had a secret room built, and the secret room was just all Star Wars. There was a theater in there with that he could watch Star Wars. He had a movie. It was all decked out in Star Wars. I mean, he had a C-3PO bus. He had an R2-D2 bus. He had a Darth Vader John. But what amazed me was when you walked through the hallway to get to the secret room, it looked like the Death Star. It looked like the inside of the Death Star. And he had posters hanging up. And then he had a button that you could push. It looked just like a panel off of Star Wars, off of one of the ships in Star Wars. So you would hit the button and it would open up. And when it opened up, the door slid open. Like a door on Death Star. Bro, I never seen it. I was like, he spent some money. And they asked him how much did he spend? And he said over $100,000 just to get that done. And I was like, damn. That's just a room in a hallway. He spent over $100,000 for a room in a hallway. I said, damn. He said, I was like, wow, bro, that's dedication, man. But I like it though. That's dope. I gotta get one of them, man. When is he putting those on sale?
You can buy these right now at the website across the bottom of your screen.
Bro, I tried to go to that website. It ain't working.
It's working. rushxbeyond.com.
Let me see. Let me see.
Apocalypse.
Yeah. Apocalypse. Well, how you go? Humans. He had some type of voice. His voice was
Apocalypse.
Yeah. I got that G.I. Joe omnibus. My little big brother, a kid with the Kung Fu grip. He looked me out. We went out to on Sunday. We went out to yeah, man. He went crazy.
Yo, did you see fucking the sound wave? Walk, 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 walk.
Yeah, I peeped that out.
Walk, 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 walk.
Yeah, I copped all the Joe joints. I got them all up here. Did you get the G.I. Joe number 4, 5?
304?
Yeah, I think. Hold on.
See, they fucked me up. They fucked me on my 304. They told me it didn't come in or whatever. And I gotta wait and come back next.
It came in. It actually came in with the Duke issue, I believe.
I know it did. Everybody got theirs.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, we ordered it for," because I don't know, dude. I didn't feel like arguing with him and shit, and he didn't have it in the store. So what am I gonna do?
Yeah, man. But
what up?
Yo, what's going on, Cringer, aka Dare? Yeah, man. So yeah, my little big brother hooked me up, and he connected me with I completed my G.I. Joe Marvel comic book collection, man. I got the 155. The last issue in the Marvel run.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So it was a good weekend, man. It was crazy. I mean, raining Saturday.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm complete now, man. I am complete.
Word.
Hell yeah. And
good weekend, bro.
The New Jersey comic collector, I mean not the comic, the collector show was on this weekend past. Saturday they had the regular show, and then they had the G.I. Joe dedicated show. And we went out there, we drove out there. The big homie, he was driving, and me and my brother was passengers this time. And we went out there, just straight O-ring Joes, man. That's everybody was out there for them G.I. Joes. I mean, the dude who made from 3D Joes, the one who made the omnibus book, he was there. Got pictures and stuff in autographed the books and stuff like that. Real cool dude, man. Hold on, let me go and get this shit, man, because I've been trying to recover, man, trying to get some rest. Hold on, I'll be right back. It's right over here in the other room.
Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about Shogun, man. Have you got to see Shogun?
I saw 2 episodes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's what they got. They got 2
and
episodes
me
out
like
right now.
and me like
Have you seen them, bro?
and me like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You
Yeah, I'm under construction over here real quick, trying to redo my whole area and stuff like that as well. Been on some rampage with some stuff.
where is my
Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me hit the lights. Trying to get some better lighting in this place, so that's try to move some stuff around. But hold on. Show y'all this joint, man. This joint is crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Shogun in a second. Look at this, y'all.
This motherfucker's big, man.
Damn.
And it's heavy. I can do some weights with lift the shit.
Word.
On some exercise shit with this shit, bro.
Bust it open.
And you get posters, like
Look at that.
all of vintage posters and stuff like that.
That's dope.
That's
the omnibus.
Yeah, this is the omnibus from by Carson, Chad. I forget all their names, but hold on. This is
I might have to get the omnibus.
I gotta get that shit.
I can get rid of. I get rid of all my Joe comics. I get the omnibus.
How much?
No. This is not the comic book omnibus.
Oh,
this is the total history of G.I. Joe, the real
even
American
better.
hero.
Even better.
Figures.
Even better. I need that, bro. Yeah, dog.
This is the it came in, right?
What?
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
Who were the characters they had in there?
All of them. All the O-rings throughout the years. Stop. So you know that book that I always have with all of
with
this
all the characters.
One took it up to another level.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Let me show you.
It has more than that one?
No, it's just it has card art,
more artistic.
Hardback art and everything.
Damn, that's gorgeous.
Package art, comic, all that crazy stuff. It has everything. The background on the mail-in figures.
Dog, I need that.
Yeah, this thing is huge.
I'm blown away right now.
What's that gonna set me back?
150.
That ain't bad. That's not bad at all.
Bad at all.
I'll pay 150 for that.
Definitely.
This is 150, man. This got every art for all the packaging throughout the years. Everything, man. This shit is crazy. I have yet to thoroughly go through it, but from what I've thumbed through, yo, look. This shit here. God damn. It's
my shits. Yeah, bro. Look at that's what I'm talking. That's what I love to see, bro. That's what I love to see. Them fucking card backs and them fucking file cards.
I gotta lift it too. Shit. I'm on my chair with my knee and everything, man.
Yeah. That's dope. Firefly and Duke.
Got Ron Rudat, everybody. What you call it? What's his name, man? Everybody that had anything to do with G.I. Joe over the years, man.
Wow. That's incredible. That's well worth it too.
Bizigian and all these guys. I mean, this is, man, they couldn't did no better than this, man. This shit right here. I was thinking about doing something like this way back in the day. I couldn't have pulled this shit off, man.
Nah, hell no.
This shit right here is amazing. Amazing, all of it. Hold on, let me. God, they even break down the vehicles from 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
That shit is huge, bro. Look how heavy it is, dude.
Yeah, it is.
That shit is heavy as fuck, dog.
Oh, yeah. It's like 20, 30 pounds, 40 pounds.
Dog, that's not a coffee table book.
This is the shit that you find in a goddamn museum.
Like an atlas.
Yeah.
Word, like a tome.
The way he
pedestal.
had for display at the show, he had it on a
pedestal.
Podium. Yeah,
like podium, a pedestal. Yeah. Oh, Cobra podium. That's hot.
Yeah, my brother wanted to buy the podium.
Hell, fuck yeah.
He told me, yo, man, you get, like 5 G's, you can have it. My brother was thinking for a second, like,
I'd rather go back one shit.
No, it was pretty dope though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Yeah, man, they got everything by year. All the years are listed over here and everything. Everything from
Yeah, that's hot. Dark Horse made a He-Man one too.
95. So
Did
from
Mm-hmm.
Dark Horse did what?
Made a He-Man book.
He-Man one.
Oh yeah. Yo, this is crazy, man.
Yo, that's off the chain right there, bro.
Yeah, they got all the stuff. They got the color forms. They got the ads, everything in here. And he's actually doing a DVD series that he's dropping probably at the end of this month or next month. Interviews with everybody who had anything to do with a real American hero. And he also has I'd say a sister book to this, or a brother book, whatever you want to say, where it's just about the prototypes and the unreleased shit.
Yeah.
And I seen the specs on that. It's crazy. He's putting in work with these.
Damn.
So
yeah, I would definitely be down to get them.
Yeah,
collect that.
He was out at Cherry Hill yesterday. My man,
now where can I get that book that you got right there?
You can get this book on 3djoes.com. That's the other source of finding out what figures you got and stuff like that. Right. So yeah, man. I've been dealing with 3D Joes for a while as far as getting my information about the figures and like different variations and all that stuff. So it's definitely a blessing to have that reference to carry me along on my journey to collect all the O-rings and stuff like that. So
like that right there? Like that?
Yeah. Yep. 3djoes.com. Yep. It ain't no joke, man. And he was selling out too. People were buying it like crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. And this I like how he the detail to the packaging though, how the book was encased. It's like a goddamn it's just like a case for your original Joes and stuff.
What are the characters they got right there though?
Oh, these are personal favorites by the creators. So he put them in there. So I think his name is Richard Carson. I'm not sure. R. Carson Metaxas. He's the author of 3D Joes and he's the curator. So he likes Falcon. The other guy, the artwork guy, Chad Hukal. I don't know their names. I'll be butchering the shit, but
yeah.
Likes Lifeline. Brian Saw, the case designer. He designed this case. Brian Saw, Rock and Roll. Doug Hart, packaging illustrator. He likes
what's that? Charbroil?
Cesspool.
Cesspool? The Dreadnought?
I remember Cesspool.
Cesspool from the Toxic or whatever.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right.
Toxic Force or whatever. I remember that.
Okay, so now you got Bob Lavoie. I forget that character's name.
Where?
Right here.
Which one?
Right here. The first.
That's not Snake Eyes?
That's not Snake Eyes right there.
No, that's not Snake Eyes.
I can't see.
I want.
Looks like a white and red Snake Eyes from where I'm looking, but
it's yellow. I forget his name. I was looking at him earlier today.
They don't say the name on there?
Oh no. These are like avatars for the actual creators. So they don't have their original names up there like Lieutenant. I'm just going on Facebook for pictures. So
okay.
And here's the guys that they selected that they really like, because of course you got Harry Hama down here with his avatar, which is Tunnel Rat, because that's who he's modeled after. And then Ron Ruppet, he's actually
Leatherneck.
Yep, that's him, and that's actually his avatar. So these guys really have their Kurt has the MP. You know what I'm saying? So these are the guys they selected when they were making the shit. Who they were.
Right. Okay.
So
They really made these toys after each other.
Yeah, you got Guy
Yeah.
Cassidy, the vehicle designer. You know what I'm saying, and then you had Ed Morrill, branding and packaging back then. Mark Pennington, he's the figure designer,
Yeah.
brand manager and vice president of toys during that time, Kirk Bozigian. So all these guys, man. This is why these are the drug dealers that we were given. These were the guys who got us addicted. To Joe Fest, I'm supposed to come this year. My big homie, he want me to come with him. We all going to travel down there. We're going to drive.
Where is it?
In Augusta, Georgia.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we thinking about taking a trip down there to Joe Fest. If you want to tag along, we stop in Virginia, pick you up, and scoop we out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man.
Think
about it. Yeah.
I don't know about drive.
You too,
I'll fly.
You want to fly?
We all
just
go.
let me know. When is it?
Bro, let's do
When
it.
is it? When is it?
Oh,
When is it?
down.
Yeah,
Just do that. We broadcast the whole shit.
It's actually in June. June. It's on my birthday weekend. It's between June 21st and June 23rd, I believe.
Oh, damn.
That's around Father's Day.
My birthday is June 4th.
That's around
June
Father's Day.
3rd is my birthday, so that's
June
like
4th is my birthday.
Oh, all right. There you go. See, summer baby. Play.
That's the weekend after Father's Day, because Father's Day is on the 16th. So that'll be the next weekend. It'll be the following weekend.
Yep. So, and with these posters, it's ridiculous, man. They got he even incorporated the original mail-in posters that they used to have back then too. You got the mail in the beginning for the original set, and then they got the other posters. This is crazy. And that new smell got me, that new publishing smell.
Yeah.
That shit got me addicted right now. I'm like, I'm flying off of this. Got the snake eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that poster.
Yeah, man. This is real cool stuff, man. My brother blessed me with
my shit.
The Destro.
I remember that. I remember that Destro, John. I remember the Baroness.
Your brother gave you this?
He bought it for me, yeah, man. He bought himself one, and he bought him one.
Oh, okay, that's dope. That's
dope.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I was gonna lay back and say, I'll order it online and I'll get mine later on. He's like, yo,
where's mine? Kung Fu Grip. What?
He be on the move. He was a spur. He even he really treated me for the weekend because he got me a devilfish and everything, man. It was crazy.
He hooked you up.
Yeah, he hooked me up 120,000%. And my other big homie Mike, he drove us there, man. And he went crazy. He got one of these too, and he also he got what he got? He got the what was it? The Dino Hunters collection. The Dino Hunters, 2 figures and a dinosaur. Like those dudes was on some major bread spending. I went there with a plan and budgeting because I was like, nah, man, I gotta cool out because I know Joe Fest coming and stuff like that. I really want to get a wild deal. I want to go down there and get my 3 grails. I want to get the Terror Dome, the flag, as well as the mobile command center. And if I can get it all in a batch with the Defiant, I'll be happy. If I could break $4 grand, $5 grand, or something like that on all that.
How can you get all that for that much?
I'm gonna try to make it happen.
That's gonna be hard to even get the flag for that much.
I'm gonna try to see, man. You never know.
Unless you get that bitch like maybe missing some parts or not in the box.
I don't care if I don't care if the
you don't need all the little pieces and shit. It'd still be dope to have it, 90%.
I want everything, if somebody,
of course, eventually.
Cool. But if they got it to where, I don't have the walkie-talkie, the intercom, I'm cool on that. I'll find an intercom.
Right.
I don't know what have you. But just to have it all at once. But then I gotta really wrestle with this thing. I might have to knock down a wall or two in this motherfucker. I'm about to do what I gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So, but I'm in the mix of changing this around. All this will be gone by July. I want to take all that out and get rid of all that as far as the shelving and put some real clear shelving.
Yeah, I want to get some glass shelves, man, and put them out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slade, that's right, man. Them pictures, those posters would look dope in frames.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I might have to do something. Either in frame, because I'm gonna change up my whole basement. It's gonna be dedicated to G.I. Joe.
Cringer said it can happen.
Yeah.
Cringer said it can happen.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He lives down there. He knows.
What?
That's the homie, man. That's the homie.
1,500.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He knows. He knows. He knows.
Oh, we gotta go to Joe Fest, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to go down there, and I'm coming back with all the grails. I'm trying to come. That's the thing on some Thanos shit. I'm trying to get all the grails, all the stones.
Yeah, they do.
Word.
You
Word. It's going
get all
down.
the stones for that amount. Just at $5,000, I'll be happy. I'll be well rested when I come back. Chilling.
Yeah.
The wife will look at me crazy, but she always look at me crazy. Fuck it.
What are you gonna do?
But she understands. She knows. She knows what she got into. She knows what it is about.
Nah, they know who they got with.
Yeah, I don't say nothing about her purses and all her expensive crazy shit. So
I mean, yeah, it's not even.
She buys statues and shit. She's crazy. I mean,
yeah. So hey,
I mean, not. I'm talking about sculpture. I'm not even talking about statues with action.
Marvel. Yeah.
None of that. She just the fine art type craziness and all that other weird stuff.
Shogun has been amazing, y'all.
Yeah, I have yet to see that, bro.
Oh man, don't waste no time. Do yourself a fucking favor and watch that shit tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, man. This is hot. Who is that?
It's me, y'all. What's up, man?
That's Stranger. That's my brother Dare.
What's good, my man?
Hey, what's good, Reno? What's good,
What up?
What up?
What's going on, bro?
Cringer in the building. What up? Yeah, man. Shogun, it is definitely worth it. I mean, it is some good shit. It is I mean, of all the shows that have sought or earned comparisons to Game of Thrones, most have emulated its genre conventions, yeah, but from like Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Foundation, fantasy and sci-fi, series like that have been thriving in recent years. Been popular and sort of riding on the momentum of like, a blockbuster hit that proved lore and maps weren't just for fan conventions, that shit could actually cross over and be mainstream. Game of Thrones took fantasy and put it in everybody's living room. Everybody fucked with it. Everybody fucked with Game of Thrones, not just the fantasy heads, not just the nerds and geeks. Everybody watched that shit. And in that way, it compares. But in writing A Song of Ice and Fire, the source material for the HBO drama, George R.R. Martin was inspired as much by War of the Roses, the real life conflicts that racked 15th century England, as by Middle Earth, and before dragons and ice zombies entered the sort of narrative. Game of Thrones was built on the stuff of actual history, right? Political alliances and fractured families and big houses and massive armies and all of that shit. And Shogun, which this is the paperback version. The hardcover I've got is a 2-part book. It's 2 big ass books. It's 1,200 pages.
Yeah,
it's a tome. Yeah, a tome, I call it, written by James Clavell in 1975. And it didn't age very. It doesn't I don't. I'll get to that in a minute. But it is a work of fiction. But it is faithful to the context and circumstances of Japan circa 1600 era. The protagonist is an English sailor named John Blackthorne. He's based on William Adams, which is a rare, Westerner to successfully enmesh and live in the society. Blackthorn's patron and ally, the warlord Toranaga, is modeled after Tokugawa, whose namesake shogunate is like 2.5 centuries. His line was the shoguns in Japan, and Shogun, the book has already inspired another adaptation back in 1980s. You guys probably remember they did a mini series back in the 80s, narrated by Orson Welles, but sort of reviving that concept now for 2024. It's been over 10 years that they've been working on this. The creators, Justin Marks, Rachel Kondo, sort of tapped into the true secret sauce that epic television, a balance between the grandeur of cinema, and the intimate psychology, and basically, it's an FX series, basically, that I think could have easily been a Hollywood, a full-fledged feature film, easily. Just like Game of Thrones. And they've got 10 episodes. Okay. Shogun basically has to situate the viewer within a complex network of tensions and loyalties, just like how Game of Thrones had all these different families and factions and warlords and leaders and rulers and people trying to vie for power and undercut each other and do, slick shit. And basically, it's sort of that sort of same thing, but basically at the turn of the century, 17th century Japan, there's a power vacuum. The reigning shogun at the time, a military ruler, the main shogun at the time, he dies, right, and basically leaving only a child under as the heir. His heir is like a little kid at the time. And so he can't rule shit right now, right? So there's these council of 5 regents. You've got Toranaga. These are these sort of warlords. They're samurai leaders. They're not shogun, right? They've got their own factions and they sort of govern their own areas. And there's this sort of uneasy truth between the five samurai families, you call it. And surrounding Toranaga is an ensemble of opposing incentives, right? You've got the chief rival Ishido, who's like the main big guy of the 5 big bosses, and he sort of wants to manipulate the instability for his own gain, sort of playing everybody against each other and sort of being the sort of puppeteer really amongst the 5 different dudes. And he's kind of like, against our guy who's Toranaga. And you've got the feudal deputy, Yabushigi, who keeps basically an eye on which way the wind is blowing. And then got the ex-royal consort, Lady Ochiba, who basically she's got a grudge against Toranaga due to her own family history and bullshit that they've got going on. And then the Christianity that's been imported by the Portuguese brings an extra sort of twist, because you've got this sort of whole sect of the village or Japan who's now Christian, which is a new religion for Japan and brought by the Portuguese. And basically they're there setting up shop, and unbeknownst to the Japanese, government and rulers and they're sort of setting up their, they're making their plans and setting up their own little bases and fortresses on the islands around, and basically sort of staking a claim that Japan is theirs, right? Portugal is saying we own Japan. Spain, you can't have it. England, you can't have it. It's ours. Japan is going to be like, what? Fuck you mean, right? And so you've got the last surviving member of the once prestigious, now disgraced clan of samurai, is a convert to Christianity, and her knowledge of Portuguese, sort of in the language and shit, allows her to sort of translate for the main character, or one of the main characters, Blackthorn, and sort of in an amusing concession to TV logic, right? Dialogue that canonically takes place in Portuguese, but we see it in English, right?
Yeah.
Basically, they're supposed to be speaking Portuguese, but it's fucking they're speaking English, obviously, because we're watching it. And this was a big fucking confusion. People were apparently confused by this, and this was a big problem for fans. Apparently, they didn't understand this. But they're speaking English. I don't get it. Okay. They're speaking Portuguese.
They're speaking.
You don't
Right.
fucking speak Portuguese.
They're speaking to each other, but we hear it in English because we're using a TV called the Universal Translator. So the TV is translating that for us. Yeah. I mean, come on, millennials. I can't.
I mean, I understand people want the authenticity. Maybe you know, the subtitle option would be dope for them. I mean, which I'm not opposed to that.
Here's the problem with that. There's a lot of all the Japanese obviously is subtitled. Yeah. So if the Portuguese was subtitled too, the entire movie subtitled, then it becomes a foreign film, and they want it to be, mainstream. So you can't. Americans, we're like the only country that if it's not in English, we don't fuck with it really. Like it's cool, but we don't really fuck with it.
It'd be cool if they had a version that was just totally subtitled.
I would love that. Yeah, I would love that.
I would love that too. Just to hear the different tones.
Because
Stu hates that. He still don't want to read it. He can't read
and I'm gonna tell you why, because I can't pay attention to the action at the same time. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel you.
One and two, I don't speak Japanese. I speak American. So explain it to me in American so I can understand it. So if I spoke Japanese, I would want to hear it in Japanese because I'd understand it better. I get it. It might sound cool, but I can't enjoy it if it ain't spoken in English.
I took all the old Shaw Brother movies and I watched all of them and subtitle. It's kind of interesting. Their real voice, these guys' real voices.
Yeah. I like it because the dubbing always was shitty back then. Really shitty, real shitty. Especially too.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
When the anime, they have a voice like Mr. Han. Nah.
Yeah.
This guy's he's saying stuff like you're like, oh, that's his real voice. That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, I realized when I saw the preview for that, the dude actually was a guy who played Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie.
That's my boy right there. That's my favorite Japanese actor. My second favorite Japanese actor. My favorite is the dude from The Last Samurai.
That dude that played Sub-Zero wasn't no pushover either. He was all right. I don't recall his name, but I know they got a sequel coming that they did a Mortal Kombat. I was actually surprised, man. I mean, I walked into it like other stuff. I kept an open mind, and believe it or not, it's actually really good. I really did enjoy it.
Which one? Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it's always it's hard to make a movie out of based off a comic or a game or anything like that. I would say more of a game than probably a comic, but it's just a lot of people didn't like the original, but the original actually is really not that bad either. It's
not. It really ain't. I like the original. The original was good.
Now Annihilation sucked. Annihilation was a bomb to me. I don't know why. It's kind of like Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry before I say this for all you Ryan Reynolds fans out there. When he did Green Lantern, sorry.
Yeah. Even Ryan Reynolds fans don't like Green Lantern.
But I do like a modern take on Mortal Kombat when they had my boy in it. He was Jax.
Yeah. I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah. Michael Jai White.
Yeah, Michael Jai White. Yeah, because I remember how he was in all the classics, man, like Exit Wounds. with Steven Seagal. You know, I'm a Steven Seagal fanatic, so you know, can't help but know he was in that.
White is the homie, man. So,
well, what was cool, you know, the guy that plays Scorpion is the guy is the main dude, Toranaga, the main guy that sort of is our main protagonist in the show, in Shogun. And the show, so the book is very different than the 80s show, is very different than this show. And the way that they did it back in the day, I mean, it's written in the 70s, and the way the dude wrote it, you know, this the character, the European guy, he comes to Japan and he sort of you know, has his way with the Japanese people and talks about how small they are, and they talk about how big he is, and you know, and they throw their women at him, and he can just, like, you know, have sex with whoever he wants whenever he wants. It's very, very toxic, right? You know, it wouldn't play today. So like the way that they updated it is very authentic, and you know, it otherwise avoids catering too much to a presumably, you know, Western audience, or leaning on the character Blackthorn as its surrogate. You know, this is a story about cultural exchange at a time when the world was far less, you know, connected than it is today. Nobody knew what was going on. They would ask people when they would come off the ship, you know, like, what's the world look like? You know, what how's the map? Like what's the map like, you know, that you know it as, like what's your map? You know what I mean? So, and they would compare, you know, shit like that, and they would have these books and shit called rudders that sailors would write down as they would, you know, sail around shit. They would write down what they would see, and that would be the map, and that's how they would fucking map out shit. And those rudders were secret documents that countries like Portugal had laws, like if you got caught with a Portuguese rudder, you were put to death instantly, no fucking questions asked. And this dude Blackthorn, he's got this Portuguese rudder, and that's how he's getting around. And they're pirating, they're plundering cities and shit, and they've got all this weaponry and shit, and they're ready to go to war, and they're with a fleet, and like the 10 other ships crash and sink and shit, and he's the last ship, and they crash on Japan, and Japan scoops these dudes up. And unlike the book and the original show, instead of just pampering these dudes, they treat them like the shit and barbarians, and they stink, and you know what I mean, the way that these civilized Japanese people would see Europeans at the time, as disgusting, right? Stank, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it would really be. Right. And they break it down, and it's very well done. And like I said, the people that make it, you know, they don't soften their depiction of the customs unavoidably extreme to the modern viewpoint, you know, and the shocking frequency of like ritual suicide, that you know, or treating Blackthorn, you know, not treating Blackthorn as a privileged source of judgment or insight, right? You know, their vision of Japan is sumptuously rendered by the pilot director Jonathan Van Tulken, right? Production designer Helen Jarvis, and the costume designer Carlos Rosario. Wow. Sprawling cityscapes. It's like medieval Japan, my favorite time period, feudal Japan.
Oh yeah,
fucking amazing, beautiful, bro. Just like the sets are gorgeous, the scenery's crazy. It looks like, you know, 1700s, 1600s Osaka, right? And the perfect use of CGI and live shit mixed the way it should be done. You know, and the textiles alone are more tangible, the use of like budget, you know, than you find in most movie tent poles. Basically, the effect is very immersive. Like, rather than, you know, it's not like a feast for the eyes. It's more like it immerses you in that world. If that makes sense. It features a lot of hallmarks of the modern day shit that you know were off the table in 1980. The shit that they couldn't show on the show back in the 80s, like sex, violence, shit that you know wouldn't play, that we're now can do anything we want on streaming. You know, it's not right. So they can do whatever they want, and they do whatever they want. And but you know, it's a reboot, but it's primarily distinguished by its characters, who share the ambiguity of you know, and lack you know, of clear cut righteousness. You know, that's defined by the TV, you know, of the 80s. You know, the way shit was good guys and bad guys. It's not like that. You know, people are complex and they do it well. And it reminds you of certain shit. Like if you like that movie, The Last Samurai, it's got that kind of authenticity to the way shit looks. You know, the way it looks, and it's that same sort of time period. And it's and like I said, man, it's dope in a way that it could appeal to anybody, like how Game of Thrones did. It's not just for people who love feudal Japan or people who are into this or that. Anybody could fucking dig this show. It's really fucking well done. And I would recommend that shit to anybody, really. But
period pieces. Period.
Yeah, I'll check it out because I know. I mean, y'all told me to check out the Batman with Robert Pattinson, so it was all right. So I'll check it out when I get time for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I told you, bro. That's one of my favorite Batmans at this point in the modern,
of
course. In the modern time. So,
and I want to put out an APB out for some help, man. So it's kind of a rare book, but keep a lookout for Marvel graphic novel 17, the first print, which is actually the first actual appearance of Apocalypse, which is, you know, by his real name, but he's actually a person in disguise. So that's his actual first appearance in Marvel. Is Marvel graphic novel 17.
Graphic novel.
Yeah, I've had a second printing, but I want the first print. So I've been scouring eBay and looking around, but it's a hard book to get a hold of.
Yeah, well, if anybody finds it, let us know, and we'll
right, number 17.
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
All right, my homie tomorrow.
It ain't that big of a book either. It's believe it or not, I'm kind of actually shocked that it ain't. You know, I don't know what it's going for at the moment, but it ain't very much. But I'm not. That's why I'm shocked. You know, as to why. You know, because you know he's one of my. Out of all the X-Men villains, I would put him number one. You know, obviously, you know he's my favorite X-Men villain, other than Mr. Sinister. So I pretty much had every appearance of his.
Yeah. Legion of Comics said there's numerous ones on eBay, but yeah, he's looking for the
first print.
First print.
Yep.
Second print. But yeah, man. But, I was getting ready to say
that might be hard. That might be hard to find. You might have to call Lee on that.
Well, one year I went to Joe Fest and dropped like 4 bands on comics, and I ended up finding the second print, but I couldn't find the first because that was the same year I bought
yeah, that's a long period.
The X-Men 94, which was the first Claremont issue.
Hip Comics is definitely a good spot to go to.
Yeah, check that out.
Got one for
you're looking at.
Yeah,
I tell you, it wasn't that much, man.
Yeah, get an account at Hip Comics. You won't regret it. I go nuts there. The auctions, I mean, everything is bids and it's super fucking good deals and yeah, it's dope.
All right, Slade is a history teacher. All right. Yeah, I like period pieces.
I love I'm a lover of history.
Those times where you, even with the Vikings, you know, stuff like that.
The Knights Templar.
Yeah, and going back into beyond Egypt, before Egypt, you had warriors back then, the African warriors and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, you go into all of that, man, and you're like, whoa, we think we're in war times now.
Oh no, we ain't got nothing on what they were doing, bro.
With our shit. We're just modern.
Yeah.
These guys had swords and stuff.
They were chopping each other up. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you had to have skill and training, skill and training, hand-to-hand combat and sword play. Yep. Those are the times. I mean, honestly, I wish I was born during those times. I
don't want to be born. No, I'm sorry, I can't. I wasn't. I don't know. I like modern times. I like convenience stores, internet. I like PlayStations. I don't want to be fighting off polio, black plague, none of that. I like plumbing. I love plumbing. That's the one thing plumbing. I love. It's plumbing. Plumbing. That's
hot
water. Plumbing.
Well, hey, Stu, you can still lay pipe even back then, man. What are you talking about?
I mean, I can plumb, but I like household plumbing. I like to be able to turn the knob on and get some clean water.
I always romanticize with the sword.
That's dope, bro.
I love sword play.
Jesus, look how thick that
is. Yeah, I got a dope collection of swords and katanas and shit over the years, and I'm still getting them. But I've been in martial arts since I was in kindergarten, my whole life. But you know, this Shogun has had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
There you go.
I think it's getting nothing but praise. It's definitely it's historical accuracy and faithfulness.
Damn.
Yeah.
I said Mattel Creations.
I knew you had to get them. I knew that. I knew you had to get them.
Yeah, man, but I'm disappointed. They're skipping out on the packaging and stuff, man. They're not doing. It didn't come with an art box like all the other ones.
I like my women bathed. Yeah, I like them bathed. But but the historical accuracy of the show and the faithfulness to the book itself are I think big points for this series, and a lot of people have really appreciated it, and it's part of what brought it such success and made it so popular right now. And another element that has earned esteem and is the internal stream of political moves between the ruling council of the regents and the different various forces vying for power, and the dynamic and the language dynamic also has been compelling as well. But yeah, it definitely proves the show's commitment to the historical accuracy, even when you know, at the risk of making it more difficult for modern audiences to get down with. But for geeks like us, people that love this shit, you're gonna love it. It's
I'm gonna definitely rock it.
You have to. Oh, this is interesting right here. So I've been reading the book again. I read the book years like when I was a kid, and but I just started reading it again, and this little article right here, I'm gonna read right here with y'all. It says 7 of the biggest changes from the book to the show, a lot less culture shock. In the book, Blackthorn's first interaction with the Japanese is not a confused brawl on his own ship. Instead, it's his scene later in the episode where he wakes up naked in a Japanese house, greeted by a woman who doesn't understand a word he's saying. The conversation he has with her is typical of most of Blackthorn's interaction with the Japanese characters throughout the first 100 pages or so, in that it takes a tremendous deal of effort for him to communicate basic ideas to them. He constantly fails to understand what they're doing or why. The first 100 pages are also filled with moments where Blackthorn's value system clashes with the samurai's value system. Blackthorn doesn't understand the samurai's apparent lack of regard for their own lives, and samurai don't understand why certain things don't shame Blackthorn as much as they should. In the book, Blackthorn isn't forced down while Yabu urinates on him like in the snow. Urinate on him in the snow. He willingly lets him do it because he thinks enduring it will spare the life of someone in his crew. Yabu doesn't understand how any man could just move on from being the subject of such a humiliating act. Blackthorn does indeed hold a grudge about the whole thing, of course, but it doesn't bother him as much as Yabu expected. Blackthorn is also repeatedly thrown off by the Japanese lack of shame in around nudity, and the Japanese don't understand why Blackthorn is so reluctant to take a bath. The show addresses the last bit near the end of the episode. They do talk about it in the show a little.
They do talk about it,
yeah.
But in Japan, that's a big thing. Bathing and taking even now.
Yeah, they bathe a lot.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, they bathed a lot, like more than Europeans.
But Europeans, because Europeans didn't bathe a lot. Yeah, they didn't bathe a lot in Europe.
Remember, a lot of times in Europe, they were during those times they were nomadic as well. So when you have that nomadic sensibility and you're trying to build or
Blackthorn was English, right?
No, he was
English.
Portuguese.
Who was he?
Yeah, well, okay.
Portuguese?
So the Portuguese,
he sailed for Portugal.
Yeah, but he's like he's Dutch or something like that. He's some Dutch thing because he's blonde hair and blue eye, and the Japanese had never seen this too. That's another thing they were bugged out about because the Portuguese also had black hair and brown eyes, just like Japanese people. So they never thought
the Japanese never. But you got to remember the Japanese never came
blonde
out
hair
of
and blue eye. These guys show up with blonde hair and blue eyes. They were like, we didn't know.
Yeah, that's
people.
Yeah, that's aliens.
Have that.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Because you got to remember the Japanese never came out of that area. People went to that area. The Japanese would either cut your head off, they get you out of there. They didn't want nobody there. They wanted Japan to stay Japan. They would trade with you, but then you got to go. You got to go after that because they didn't want anything. The Japanese didn't want anything to influence their culture, like McDonald's. If you bought McDonald's somewhere, people be like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And now everybody wants it. It influences their culture to go in a different direction than what it is. And the Japanese are very, very, very traditional. Even to this day, they're traditional, where they are hardworking and they have to improve every day. So the Japanese self-worth is to improve yourself every day. So if you sweep a floor every day, you got to become better and better at sweeping that floor every day until you become the best floor sweeper in the history of floor sweepers. That brings honor to your family. That brings honor to your family and not shame. So that's just how they get
everything you do. Yeah, master everything you do.
To this day, Japan is the place to go if you want to get some great denim. You want to get anything great, and you're a stickler for detail. In Japan, you'll find all what you need.
Yeah, I definitely. That's the one place I want to go.
Yeah. I've seen all sorts of stuff online and stuff, but I know from knowing some Japanese people, that's just how they are. You know, they have to perfect, and they don't want to shame their family in no way, shape, or form to this day.
Yeah,
it's just not. You know, an American Japanese, that's different.
Yeah, they're kind of semi corrupted a little bit.
Yeah, but over there, no.
Yeah, they hardcore about their well-being and everything around them. So
yeah, I mean,
they're peaceful. They're peaceful people mostly. They're mostly a peaceful people. They just don't want to be bogged down with the complexities of another society. Like, whereas in their young generation might see it or might be like, "Oh, we can embrace that." The older generations is just not.
They they're a lot like us.
The older ways and traditional.
Yeah, they're just like us as older people. We just want to be, left alone, and we want to be left alone to do our own thing.
But there was also a period in time when Japan was trying to take over fucking China and shit, man. So we, cannot move.
They've always feuded with China. Yeah, China and Japan have always feuded. They've always feuded. They feuded with the Japanese, the Chinese, the Samoans, and the Hawaiians, and I forget the other group that's in there. Oh, and the Polynesians have always been at war with each other, and they always take over each other and not take over each other, and they always mix. They've always mixed together, through war, through for thousands of years before Europeans even went over there and discovered, their different spices and things like that, and that's one of the reasons why they were going over there for spice trade.
Yeah,
to get different things they didn't have.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, everything east, everything west of Europe wasn't discovered yet. It was there, but nobody knew it was there. Well, at least the Europeans didn't anyway. Europeans didn't know it was there. They just kept going east.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the book, honestly, like I said, I'm reading it again. It definitely reads like a lot of historical fiction of the 20th century. 1,000 pages of wish fulfillment for those who sincerely believe the past was better. The kind of guys that want to make America great again. That's
Huh.
and give
interpretations to those though. It's different interpretations.
yeah. I mean
there's a
it's
big difference.
yeah. I mean, and honestly, it's a historical novel led by a burly white dude upon whom men can project themselves, and whom women fawn over, and who ultimately, lands the girl. Granted, this white dude is based on a real figure, William Adams, also known as Mura Engine, who became a Western samurai, kind of like the Tom Cruise movie did, advisor to Tokugawa. But beyond the bare bones that itself, of the historical events, James Clavell definitely made the story completely his own thing, and basically wrapped the story in enough overt racism, to make a certain type of individual feel both superior, and yet seen. But yeah, Japanese characters, stutter through the European names, something that Clavell seemed to get a kick out of, given how often he styled Blackthorn as some uncomfortable variation of Brackthorn, or in a phonetic mockery of Japanese people's accented English, and that's not to mention the book's fascination with Blackthorn's enormous European dong. They just they really kept talking about the one old Japanese lady. I wonder how big it gets when it's erect, and that there's just pages about it, and it's just really obvious. And Shogun, like I said, it definitely, the book itself, of course, at the time it's published, the book would have appeared progressive to a lot of Western readers at that time, right? Because with no frame of reference, except for like World War II, and which was still fresh in their minds, and basically to give this, James Clavell some credit, his hero Blackthorn does grow more sensitive to Japan and the Japanese as the novel progresses, but perhaps a reflection of his own relationship with the Japanese as he, following his internment as a prisoner of war, because the guy that wrote this, James Clavell, was a POW with the Japanese. But yeah, even then, Shogun definitely is not a product of its time, but a product of the biases and baggage that Clavell and his readers bring to it, because it is in many ways reminiscent of the film Lost in Translation. Like, even it immerses itself in Japanese culture, but at least as perceived by its white creator. Because remember, it's written by a white man about Japanese culture from the perspective of a Japanese person, as this European is supposed to be the foreigner. But this book should be written in that case by someone from Japanese culture, but it's not. And that comes across like in the book. You can tell that. Not to say that that's a good. It's a classic, bro. This book is a classic. I'm not.
I would agree.
Shogun is a classic. Oh yeah, and he's got a whole fucking series. I mean, Shogun. And I got them there. I got the hardcovers. The second one is Taipan. The third one is Gaijin. The fourth one is King Rat. The fifth one is Noble House. I think he's got some ones that he did after that, and they're all fucking 1,000 pages, dude.
Yeah.
So not to take away from it, but just being honest as far as like how it would relate to today's audience, and how they adapt the show. The reboot is not that at all. The reboot, man, everything I just told you, when you see the show, Stu, you've seen the show, so like it's the direct opposite of that.
Okay.
The opposite of that. It's mainly about the Japanese people, all the actors, obviously Japanese actors and stuff, everybody there. So it's really Japanese centric, and the Europeans are definitely not are not portrayed as like, how they would have been in the fucking 80s show, right?
Yeah, heavenly gods.
Yeah, right. Definitely not. So it does it is a good update in that regard.
I blame the BGs for the look for back then, because my man in the 80s and the 70s, that TV show, he looked at like Andy Gibb.
Word.
For real, he did. You seen his hair?
I know. Yeah.
That was crazy. I was like,
yeah,
Jesus.
it was.
But yeah, I mean, you know, by subverting the novel without compromising what made it compelling, it becomes more accessible and more engaging for like a more discerning audience that understands and appreciates the cultural differences and nuances, and like less concerned with what separates East and West in a more globalized world. The creators Justin Marks and Rachel Kondo sort of shift the focus to what we share. And Blackthorn, you know, the character is still a barbarian. He's still a coarse, you know, still a, you know, and cultural antagonism remains, but Blackthorn is quicker to come to terms with his new surroundings and understand the people around him as that they are people, right? Not these things, right? That they were that he would have seen them as, like in the way the book was written. But in this adaptation, the Japanese and their culture are not just props in the Eurocentric play. They're the actual, right? They're real human beings with the same motivations and flaws and needs as Blackthorn's Englishmen, as the characters, you know. Which is not what you got in the 80s, which is not what you get in the book.
No, definitely not what we got in the 80s.
Yeah,
I was too young to kind of see. I watched a little, but it didn't. I guess I was too young to really get into it, because to me, watching Shogun in the 80s was like watching Dynasty or Knox Landing.
Yeah,
that's how
that's how
it was. After Knight Rider went off, I wasn't interested in nothing after Knight Rider went off. I'm good.
Yeah,
it was episodic. It ended like each episode ended on a cliffhanger, of course, in an episodic way of like what you said, like Dynasty or you know, or Dallas or something like that. JR, and then next week we'll go into, you know, but that's the classiness and the classicness of the 80s. It's just dope, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
I mean, and you know, if you're a fan of the book, and obviously it's a classic. It's a very popular book. There's many fans of this book, or a series of books, and so, you know, will they be unhappy? Maybe. After all, you know, the racism and the misogyny and you know, that made up so much of the novel are gone. Like a lot of it. Like even like just the first,
you can tell when you watched it. You can tell when you watch it, you know. You can tell.
Even in the first 50 pages, bro, it's so different. It's so different. But yeah, you can tell by watching it. It's not that. But the story itself remains the same, right? And it's much improved by this shift in perspective, seeing it more from the Japanese perspective, the way they saw it. Like it's almost like the book and the 80s show was like this thing happened, and the European dude, when he told the story, it was the book. But when the Japanese people told the story, it's the show.
Yeah. I mean, even though back then, we also have to remember we're with the 80s, we're coming off of the wave of exploitation. So there was exploitation seeping through that creative process where they see things from a exploitative or a caricature type of lens, so to speak. Where now we're realizing that everybody's not a caricature, and this is not, we can exploitate this this way of seeing people. We have to go off the merits of the people themselves saying, hey, this is how our culture is. Abide by these rules and you'll be okay. Other than that, so I can't wait to watch it. I'll probably see it and then notice the same things you guys see as far as the contrast of it. Yeah.
There you
go. I wonder. This show sets the stage for more.
And you got to remember, Hollywood has always been stereotypical. Whatever directors they get to direct their movies, they do it from a stereotypical. Like when you watch, like look at the cartoons. When you watch Tom and Jerry, they had to take the black lady off of there because it was too stereotypical the way the lady talked, the way she dressed, and the way she talked. Thomas, if you don't stop that, it was. You like, damn, what is this? What they call it, Mammy Two Step is what they. That was her name.
They get a lot
of.
Two-Step.
So you like, damn.
They get a lot of political correctness and shit.
Well, that's the guy, Junior.
Right. Yeah. So writing these. To me, I think personally, when you do stuff like that, it shows the realism in the way the world is. Because you got to remember, back then, the world was separated. We weren't connected by the internet, and people lived in their regions. So when you came from another region and you had different practices of the way you lived, the way you dressed, the way you bathed, they looked upon that differently. That's what the term that came in, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Because it's less offensive to go to another country, and if you bathe once a week in Europe and you bathe every day in Japan, you got to bathe every day in Japan because to them it's offensive not to. So for them, what's not offensive is offensive to us. Like if you go to India, they don't eat cow, but here we do. So to go there and then say I need a hamburger is offensive to them, and they frown upon it because that's their culture. So you have to respect people's culture. So for them telling it, from the Japanese standpoint, looking at, the European, I mean, that's just.
Well, I'd want them to. If it's a piece like something like that, I would rather it be authentic as possible and not be, kind of diluted by anything else. You know what I mean?
Right. And we can enjoy cinema. Like it's another way for us to enjoy cinema. Like we have to stop being so judgmental over everything. Like if you got a comedian, he tells a joke, that's us laughing at each other at what we do in this country as whites, blacks, Puerto Ricans. But then if you have somebody tell a story about something from a point of view from somebody, it's just culture, man. It's just something that you can look at and enjoy, and then move on with your life, but not to scrutinize every little. Like the Bob Marley movie, everybody was tripping over the Bob Marley movie, tripping. But the main thing people forgot to look at was, I dug it too. And Ziggy, I dig what Ziggy did. Ziggy just wanted to tell his dad's life story without the politics. He just wanted to tell what happened to his dad, why it happened, what happened. And just tell my dad's life story. Yeah, like people, like some people,
and I can respect that.
Like, oh, well, they didn't talk about his wives and all his children. Everybody knew Bob Marley had 100 children. Everybody knew he had mad children. He had adopted children. He had children he had out of wedlock. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about the children he had out of wedlock. It wasn't about his political views. It was just about him embracing Rastafarian and his music career. That's all it was about. And his mom. That's it. That's all
how he did that shit.
About Rita and Bob.
And then on top of that is
that's all it was about. His music career. It was all about his music career. I never knew about his music career as much as I did before I watched the documentary and the movie. Now I know.
But you know what? Also about Bob Marley and things of that nature. Yeah, he didn't want to show that part as far as the political, because in his eyes at those times,
he wasn't into that.
As a child looking at his father, he only seen good vibes from his pops. He didn't see the frustration because he never gave off that stuff to his children. You know what I'm saying? So from the child's standpoint on how he wanted to make it for his father, make this documentary about his father, it's from his eyes as well. Like, This is how I seen my father. I didn't see him
Right,
as a
right.
political guy. No, I seen him as
Nah, he wasn't.
loved everyone and was on
He
that
wasn't.
level. You know what I mean,
His wife Rita Marley was the one that introduced him to Rastafari. He wasn't a Rastafari until he met Rita. Rita introduced him that, and that's when he embraced that lifestyle. And as a Rastafari, he had no political views, no political affiliations, no nothing. He just wanted peace in the world and everybody get high and sing good music. That's all he wanted. That's it.
Ain't nothing wrong.
And it was about his musical career. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Dad. Definitely not.
Ain't nothing wrong.
No. And that leads
I like to get high.
I'd stay high. Shit. Shit.
But you do know, like, this opens up a lot of good stuff for the future, as far as filmmaking. When people receive stuff like this, right? I can't wait for Shaka Zulu, because that's coming.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that. I want to see how that.
I would like to see a remake.
I
would like to see a remake of that. I really
that was also in the same vein as that series. They're back in the 80s.
Yep.
So it's just like to see that, like,
Ben-Hur, shit like that.
Yeah. Some good shit.
Yeah, Ben-Hur,
Spartacus.
Yeah,
all right, man. Yo, we got to wrap it up, man. I ain't realized already 10 o'clock. Yeah, man. We gonna have a good week. Every Monday, every Saturday, 7 p.m. Y'all already know what it is. Come back for Saturday DC Power Hour. We're gonna see y'all. Have a good week, man. Be safe and go watch Shogun. That shit is dope.
I'm definitely.
And also
good seeing y'all, man.
Watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith as well. That is fire.
Peace.
That is fire.
Later.